Hey everyone, just dropping in before the episode starts to let you know about an awesome promotion we have coming up with longtime fan of the show and beloved game streamer Rob, aka Choctopus, and our friends at bossbattles.gg. They reached out to us and said they want to design a limited edition TADPOG t-shirt and they want to sell it to you.
So there's Boss Battle GG does have like a very talented artist, and he's working very hard like right now as we speak to make a t-shirt that's unique to us. I mean, you know, Choctopus has been on the show. He knows us. He listens to a show. He knows our vibe, got our input. So they're going to make something unique to us for you, and we don't want anybody to miss out. So we're really excited that, you know, they reached out and have an awesome project that we're going to be a part of. So I can say we're genuinely very excited to share what the final product's going to be with you guys.
And we were like, hey, we like our Patreon donors so much that we publish so much content on Patreon. And they were like, well, hey, we can work with that. We can come up with some special incentives for your Patreon donors. And we were like, that's great. So if you are donating to the show currently or interested in donating to the show, please visit www.pisstasters.com and you can do just that. Get in on the shirt incentive. Type in a fun URL that will definitely get you fired at work or at least have a conversation with your HR representative. If you are at work, you can also visit patreon.com/tadpog. And once we have all the details on exactly what the fuck's going on, we will let you know. We're going to try to keep everybody fresh on all of this crap by crap. It's good stuff. I mean, crap.
It's crap.
It's good stuff. But I mean,
crap.
But I mean, it's crap. It's good crap.
We mean crap in a millennial way, where it's like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Not a boomer way.
Not a boomer way. Not in the it's your shit, it's my stuff kind of way. It's all just shit.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like a whoop bag of crap.
That's right. So we'll let you know what's going on each episode. And also you can join the Discord. We'll give you details there. That's bit.ly/tadpog Discord. We'll come up with a fun URL for that, I'm sure, at some point in time. And this will be a limited time shirt. Limited time. So get your little t-shirt envelopes out, put a little money in there. They're going to be super expensive. So like really save up for this. Really save up for it. And then just kidding, they're not going to be that expensive. But they are going to be limited time. So essentially when they go live, just buy them. That's it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another more traditional flavor, a game episode.
Oh, I thought it was sponsored by Mondo.
Mondo and Taco John's and
TADPOG Classic.
Classic.
Mondo released a new
buttholes
flavor.
and coming of age stories that are gross.
We're here to review this new Mondo. Mint flavored Mondo. Mint julep flavored Mondo.
Love my Mondo like mint julep.
I poured in my pewter cup.
Put a little sprig of mint on top.
That's right.
Light my arsenic candle. It's going to be great.
Eat a hot brown. We're good to go.
Got my wife over here in a big red hat.
Yeah. I'm sorry, a craft brown. My Mondo julep and my craft brown. Hope people listen to this live in Kentucky. Otherwise, you might not know what the fuck we're talking about.
We're not going to explain it.
Let's start the podcast over. I ruined it.
No, you
No, you
made it
didn't.
better.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But it's Tadpog, Tyler and Dave, Annie, and play old games. Ian is silent.
So rarely am I silent.
And I'm glad for it. I think we're better for it that you're not silent.
To the point that some people probably wish I was.
I mean, I haven't heard any complaints.
Nope. Except for Derek Pope being like, I think you got to fight Ian. He
this
forgot about me.
motherfucker left me
I was
out of the
"No."
list.
Did he say?
He said it on my stream. He's like, I'm gonna have to fight Ian.
Yeah.
I was like, how tall are you? Because you probably, I don't know if you got a good shot. He's like, oh, no, not at all. I was like, Ian's got reach. I don't know.
It doesn't go by height. It goes by age. If Ian's older, he wins.
Old man strength. Yeah.
It's a college humor joke.
I don't feel like I'm getting old man strong.
You are. You
When
just
does
don't. That's part of it.
Is that part of it?
That's
You don't
part
know
of it.
how
don't
strong
know.
you
Yeah,
are.
yeah. You have a.
I feel weaker, but I'm actually stronger.
You have a smaller reserve to pull from, but when you need it, it's
like, yeah.
it's a lot. It's too much. Some people say.
They're like shaking hands.
Yeah,
That old man handshake strength.
yeah. You got to be careful. You don't want to use all your reserve on.
Yeah,
shaking
and
hands.
I haven't shook hands since like 2020 because of the disease going around, the virus. So, man, I might break somebody's hand. It's got all that power built up, waiting to just fucking release.
Yeah,
Crush all them carpals.
it's. I mean, it's
Phalanges.
Ian Carpal Crusher.
and Turd Stomper.
Well, it's been a minute. So since the last few episodes of Scott Pilgrim, what have you guys been up to?
Feel like it's been a long time since we've done this. Has it been like
Let me
4
see how
weeks?
long.
Has it been a month?
Probably. It's probably been longer than a month. This is good podcasting.
It is good podcasting. It's
How long has it been
fantastic
since we did this? I
podcasting.
don't know. Let's look it up.
We haven't done.
We're gonna forget to do something that we normally
course,
would do.
'cause
We haven't
Good
done a game
podcasters.
since January 11th. So I guess a week before that
almost a month.
for Vortex because we did Upsall drafts and then 3 Scott Pilgrims.
All right. I like how you said oops.
Oops.
I like that.
Oops.
Oops is nice.
No,
and
I liked
thick.
it. It's thick. It is.
It's got all the fixins. I got a list of stuff I watched on TV. If you'd like to hear about it.
Let's hear it.
Very little of this is in the horror genre. Actually,
Boo.
So just Ian's hole.
one of two. Why do I have that on there? I don't understand that one.
Perfect. Let's talk
Oh.
about it.
The spacing on my note was weird, and I thought that was another item, and it was actually a continuation of the previous line. I watched a movie called Sick. Sick. It's a pandemic horror. Movie takes place at the beginning of the pandemic where everyone is ordered to isolate at home. This is not the same one I told you about where they did the video,
Right.
the Teams call or
That's
the
a good
Zoom
one.
call. But this one is about a girl and her friend who go out to her parents' very big, large, giant. I mean, you call it a cabin, but it's just a massive house out on the lake. They refer to it as a cabin, but it's not a cabin. They're rich, so they've got all the fixins. But and then bad things happen while they're there. So it's a good movie. I recommend it. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen it, but I do remember very much liking it. It was
Name the main character.
I can't. But I can
Sick
tell
Joe.
you. But I can tell you that it was written by the guy who wrote Scream,
Oh, okay.
and it
Mr. Scream.
and it shows.
Screaming
Yeah.
Joe.
It is very much the guy seems like he has one lane. I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I can't look it up. I don't
Nathan
have
Lane.
internet right now. Sure, we'll call it Nathan Lane.
So you say Lane or Lang?
Lane.
Scott Lang?
Lane. Ant-Man? The next movie I'm going to bring up is a movie called Fall. Fall. About two young ladies. I just watched this again last night. It's about two women who climb a 2,000-foot radio tower in the middle of the desert. It's like an abandoned one of those radio towers, the kind that have the big red light on top that they
Yeah.
hang our cellular antennas from.
Is that what they do there? I've always wondered.
That's what they're
those were.
for. They rent space on them. They're there for radio equipment mostly.
Okay.
But this one is
Let's
like
build a tower. Fuck it. Let's look at our jobs and build a tower and rent shit up.
Let's do it. I'm down.
wireless carrier ever offers Tyler, you've got the land for it. If a wireless carrier ever comes to you and says they want to put a cell tower on your property, take it.
Okay.
You'll get paid a shitload of money forever. Like thousands and thousands of dollars a month forever.
I'm just gonna do a Craigslist ad right now.
Got land.
Yeah, see if we can get them.
See if we can get a
Looking
tower
to
out
sell
here.
land.
Want tower?
Have land.
So anyway, these two young ladies climb this tower. They're like,
Oh, I saw the trailer for this. Sorry to interrupt.
Insta-
It looks good.
they're Instagrammers. And
Yeah.
she does all these extreme things. So it kind of plays on that. You remember, you've seen all the stories about the people who will climb up a tower or a thing and they'll hang off of it with one hand and take a fucking selfie like a moron. You
Like
know,
and
those
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. They do this in this very tall tower in the middle of the desert. There's nothing around. And
Of course, they let everybody. I mean, they're taking Instagram photos, so people know where they are, right?
yeah, but by the time they get, they hadn't posted any of it yet.
Shit.
And by the time they
Rookie
get to
move.
the top, they're too high up to get a cell signal.
The irony.
Yeah.
Speaking of iron, the iron ladder breaks,
Oh,
and then
God.
they get stuck up there.
Oh.
And shit happens. It is a butt clincher of a movie. It is so good. Like, it's stressful and it's well shot. It's got it's one of those movies that when you go back and watch it the second time, you pick up on things you didn't notice before.
Cool.
I call that the Fight Club syndrome. I highly recommend this one. Good, fun, easy movie to watch. You find yourself just instantly engrossed in what's going on. The guy that plays Negan has a small part in it. He's in
Yeah.
there.
Jeffrey
something. I'm sorry.
Jeffrey Morgan. Jeffrey J. Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah. I think that's
you.
it.
We got there.
Yeah.
It's good teamwork.
Was.
Save it for the quiz later.
So watch Fall. Good movie. My next thing is I'm just going to go ahead and knock out the fact that I did finish My Hero Academia.
Good Lord.
118 episodes, baby.
You know what? That's a lot, but it's not as
not a
much
lot.
as I thought. It is for me. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but
it's not as much as I thought it was.
Well, and I mentioned this before when we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. You know, the theme song opening is 3.5 minutes long. Then they do they'll do a recap of last week's episode. Then the meat of the episode is probably anywhere from 16 to 20 minutes long, and then they've got the preview, the ending credits, which is another 3 or 4 minutes, and then the preview for the next episode, which is another minute. So really, it didn't have the Chainsaw Man thing going where there was the different ending every single week where you might want to watch it.
Yeah.
Occasionally there'd be a stinger, but most of the time it was just pretty easy to kind of burn through them. And I fell in love with My Hero Academia. It's just a good show for me. I love it. I think everybody should watch it. It's got great fights and battles and real inspiring things of just, I'm going to do this and I'm going to succeed and I'm going to try. And I know there's a lot out there that do that. And I always love those kind of stories. So plus all the different unique powers of the students and the heroes in the world, the premise, if I didn't mention before, is that 80% of the world is now has powers. And so some people go on to be heroes, some don't. It's just sort of, it's less normal to not have some sort of weird quirk, as they call it.
Yeah.
You have to give up a toe knuckle for it, though. It's a downside.
Well, that's fair.
I'd take it.
I don't know. man.
Depending on the power.
I do like my toe knuckle.
Well, like One Piece, if you eat a devil fruit, you lose the ability to swim.
Oh man, that's way worse than
Pirates
having
who
a
can't swim.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, that's high risk.
That is.
High
That is.
reward? Maybe?
I need
don't
to know. I need
Just
to
to become
swim.
a pirate? Is that all that happens? Where like, what do you get? I don't know anything
I've
about One
never
Piece.
seen an episode of One Piece.
Oh, okay.
I just know the vague premise.
The guy in a hat. You
Yeah.
got a guy in a
I
hat.
know
in it.
about the straw
Straw
hat
Hat.
guy. Yeah.
That's an old ass
It's
anime.
been on forever, and it's still going.
I knew it. I knew there was a lot of it, but I didn't know how old it was until we were talking about old anime, we were talking about in our house. We were talking about anime that there is a lot of, and I mentioned One Piece to Henry, and I was like, man, but I don't think that one's been around as long as Naruto. And boy,
yeah,
was
it
I
has.
really super fucking wrong on that because I was like, it's been on since when? It's like
thought
97 or something like
I
that.
thought about watching One Piece, and then I found out how fucking long it's been on.
1,049 episodes.
Good. I don't have.
You could do that.
I could
You're
do
the
it.
one person I know who could do that in like 2 weeks from now. The next time we have a game episode, you'll be like, okay, guys, I watched all of One Piece.
No, I won't, because I've started to have too many anime irons in the fire, if you will. Speaking once again of iron, I watched that video today, and there were so many suggestions for new anime that I'm going to watch, and I don't know. I may try to watch One Piece. We'll see.
I know you will eventually. It's just a
will.
matter
I'll
of
get
time.
there.
You know,
It
I
will
swear to
happen.
you, we're
Naruto
gonna-
first, please. Then One Piece.
Okay. It's on the list. I'll put Naruto on the list.
I think it's good. I'd love to talk Naruto with you.
We can do that. Yeah, that's good.
He'll be ready to talk Naruto like next Wednesday. I think Ian's going to be like, I have some theories about the final battle in Naruto.
I've started writing a paper of next on my list.
Well, I want to say
Oh, sure.
that because of your recommendation, I picked up My Hero Academia again for a second time to try.
You mentioned that. How's that going?
Not great. We're 3 episodes in. The problem is, out of the 3 of us, Nikki likes it the most because she's been asking me questions like, when did that come out? And which is usually like an indicator. It's like, okay, she likes this. Henry, nope. Doesn't care about it at all, which really surprised me. And I'm still kind of like, well, neutral on it.
Sure.
But I was like, well, fuck it, man. Like, the whole reason that we tried to watch My Hero is because not only were you talking about it, but it's been big in Fortnite recently.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what else has been big in Fortnite? Dragon Ball. And I like the original Dragon Ball. I haven't seen Z yet. We're gonna get there. I've seen some Z. I've seen some of it, but not a lot of it. So I just started watching. I got back into the original Dragon Ball, and Henry really likes that.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that maybe, we're like, the fucking original Dragon Balls.
Uncensored, though.
It's really good. Well, yeah, you guys see little kid balls. Otherwise, it's not funny, right? I mean, I don't know how the fuck they show that on streaming services.
It's kind of like the Bart Simpson scene of when he's skateboarding naked in the movie, the Simpsons movie.
Oh God, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
they
I haven't seen that
they
movie.
Totally got a little nuts and berries in that.
Yeah.
in there.
But yeah, man, I'm like halfway through Dragon Ball, and there's just something about it that's really like, I love the fact that it's like 80s as hell, and it's like, I don't know, man. It was cool to be like, you know what? They don't make stuff like this anymore. It's a very old man thing to say, but it's the truth.
Well, we've lived through a lot of media.
That is true.
And so that's definitely a thing. I'll add it to the list too. I think I don't know why I latched on to My Hero as much as I did, and I'm certainly not being apologetic about it. I was
about to say, I'm glad that you
I'm
love
buying merch for Christ's sake, but I do love it, and I think I love it for the same reason I love Harry Potter, is because it starts off in this sort of innocent kind of tra-la-la, everything's great.
I don't know, homie. I think the reason that Henry noped out is because it's like this slime started like suffocating the main character and is like, you will accept me inside you.
Well,
and I think
that's
he was
true.
like, I'm good. Let's watch the little boy beat up men.
Well, see, what I was saying about it though was it gets darker.
Jesus,
it
yeah.
like takes a
I'm glad we
dark
stopped.
turn, and I think you'd like it,
I think
but
I
I
would
don't
too.
know that.
It's not for him.
I don't think it's for him.
It's not for
But
him.
I thought at first. Excuse me.
I can tell you, yeah.
At first, I would like for Cohen to see it.
Uh-huh.
And I've changed my mind on that. When
Yeah.
I got to one specific episode where this one thing happened where they sort of tell the backstory of the main big bad or the up and coming soon to be the big bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck no, I do not want my grandson to see this at age 6. I'd rather wait for him to get a little older to get into that.
Yeah.
So
I get that. Yeah, Henry just it's just not for him.
And-
It's just too mature for him right
Yeah,
now.
I get it. And I really like the art style, and I really like the battles, and of course the powers, some of the unique powers they come up with
They're
that
very
are just
cool.
fun. Some are funny, and some are really cool, and it's a great watch.
I like that aspect of it for sure.
And I'm waiting for more. I want more. So season 6 is done, and I guess we're just waiting on season 7 at this point. So anyway, moving on. I made it. I went all the way through Cyberpunk 2077. That was a
It's a good one.
short one,
It
like
is
10
short.
episodes.
Studio Trigger, man. They do good stuff.
Great show. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, and the music is fucking amazing, and the soundtrack and the animation and the action. It's got everything.
Big fan.
Really good show. Then on the less anime, actiony, horror-y side, I finally got around to watching Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
Was that good? People were talking about it for a while.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I
Cool.
thought it was really, really good. I thought it was really cool that the main character comes from Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not based on a true story like I thought, but it is loosely based on the stories of a lot of famous chess people.
I saw something online, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a Queen's Gambit game.
You mean chess?
Well, that's the joke, right? Because it's not chess.
Oh wow,
Had to have been like that. Had to have been fake.
surely.
would
But
hope.
I really dug it. It's a easy watch. 8 episodes. Moves right along. I mean, it's not fast paced. It's about fucking chess.
Yeah.
But it's good, and I can see why it was nominated and won so many. It won a bunch of awards and Emmys in 2020.
Does she have to play a guy who has a vibrator up his butt
No,
that he's getting moves from?
no,
Okay, that's a bummer. That would have been really like topical.
not that
if they
Yeah.
had done that.
not that they.
I understood that reference.
It didn't.
Thank you.
It wasn't.
I'm glad.
I did not understand that.
There was a guy who did that. Well, allegedly. That's what
Allegedly,
they
a
claim.
guy who was playing the greatest chess player of all time, Magnus something, and he was cheating by having
Ito.
a butt plug on, and that would vibrate to tell where to move the pieces.
Oh, no, I did not know about that. And as far as I know, that
Magnus
wasn't
von
touched on.
Carlsen?
But the show only goes to like 1968. It's not like
So
today.
you'd really know if you had something vibrating in your butt.
Yeah, it'd be huge. It'd be huge,
Like-
and it would have to have a plug like
Yeah.
in the wall.
It'd be full of
Why
bees.
is there a power cord coming out of that man's
Mind your business.
pants?
Let's play chess.
It's for my bladder. Let's play chess.
Pay no attention to the man.
Right.
I am a chess robot.
I burned that up pretty quick. That was easy for me, obviously. And then
You reminded me to make my move against Shake in our online chess game
And when was the last move made in that?
9 days ago.
Oh wow, that's pretty recent.
playing the long game.
Wow.
Little show on Paramount called Tulsa King.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's a Tyler Sheridan joint, the guy that does Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown, those shows like that. He's got a real big empire of TV shows right now because he
Because
hit
of
it
the success.
because of Yellowstone.
Yellowstone,
And Tulsa King's really good. It's got Sylvester Stallone's in it.
Wow.
About a gangster a former mafia guy who did 25 years in jail and gets released, and then his boss, his family's boss or whatever, sends him to Tulsa,
Yeah.
Oklahoma,
Yeah.
to die.
I've been there.
basically. But they gives him, he's
Blake
like,
lives there.
But season 1 just wrapped. Finished that up today.
I'd love to see
It's a good show.
Sylvester Stallone playing a guy who thinks that he was Judge Dredd.
I'm certain. So that was that's a good little watch. I liked it. It's a very satisfying season. It's got a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it sort of leaves it in a situation where if it doesn't get picked up, it's not the end of the world.
I like it when they do that.
They do one little thing at the end that's kind of like definitely going to leave you hanging.
we're on a space station. It's
Right.
like one of those things, and the camera like pans off of Tulsa, and it's like, oh my god, this is on Neptune.
Yeah. But
To be continued.
if it doesn't, it was a very satisfying watch. I give it a good recommend. And the
Cool.
last thing I'm going to mention, season 2 of Alice in Borderland. Alice in Borderland is an amazing show. At the first season, I feel like it was kind of Japan's answer to Squid Game. Same kind of concept. You know, you play games and some people die, and if you live, you move on to the next kind of deal. Season 2 wrapped it up. They wrapped it up. It's done. And it was so good. It was so good. It was as close as I've come to cheering
Wow.
just because of how happy it made me.
Nice.
I liked the first season of Alice in Borderland.
I remember you talking about it.
I loved the second season, and I want to rewatch the whole thing, soup to nuts again, to see what I forgot stuff, you know, or had to be reminded of what this person did or who that was, because there was like a full year, maybe a little more between seasons, but it was great.
Cool.
Definitely my high recommend for the week is watch Alice in Borderland season 1 and 2. I do not think you'd be disappointed. It's not for everybody. Super violent, scary at times, but it is fan-fucking-tastic. 5 stars. Wiz and Sage says check it out.
Cool.
What you up to, Dave?
Big video editing.
Same.
Big video
Girl,
editing.
same.
So, yeah, doing a lot of that. Did a lot of that. In between that, watching Dragon Ball. Got through the spoilers. Spoilers for an anime that came out in like 86. To the point now where Goku has defeated the entire Red Ribbon Army.
Yeah. They'll come back
Yeah, I kind of figured.
again and again and again.
There's an arc in there that I really liked of the Tao Pai Pai arc, where like the Red Ribbon Army calls in this assassin who's this badass assassin, and like you first meet him, and immediately the general, the head guy of the Red Ribbon Army is like, you got to prove to me that you can take down this small child Goku who's giving us problems. This lieutenant just came back, Blue, kill him. And then he does, like, with his tongue. And he's got this long braided hair with a red ribbon at the end of it. And a pink gi with, in English, kill you, exclamation mark on the back of it. And it's like, I mean, that's the best. It's the best. And what's so great about it is to me, it's funny. But to Henry, it's some serious shit. You know what I mean? And it like works. It works on both of those levels, because it's like, I can dip into that too and be like, man, yeah, fuck this Tao Pai Pai motherfucker. Like, he's a real asshole, you know, killing this guy's dad and stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, but then on the other hand, it's like, yeah, man, but like, the jokes, like, Henry's not getting any of these jokes. Like, the jokes are like for me.
I didn't know that. I'm really glad you told me that, because there's a scene in Z where Vegeta changes out of his armor. He's got a pink shirt on that has Bad Man on the back of it.
I see that still. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it has its roots in Tao Pai Pai. Man.
Or Team 4-Star, when they keep changing, it says like Bad Man and then Dumb Cumpster. And then the Team 4-Star shit. Oh my God.
I'll watch that once I watch all of Dragon Ball Z. So I'll check it out in 20 years. But yeah, man, it's great. I like it a lot. Nikki's been watching it too. I'm caught up on, there's a show that I love. There's an anime that I love. It's a reboot of an old anime called Urusei Yatsura. It is. I don't hear people talking about it, but then again, I'm also not like really in the anime communities. So I hope that somewhere out there people are talking about it, because it's like, I think it's like under contract for 3 seasons. But I mean, I really like it. Like, I want it to go on for as long as it possibly can. Been playing a lot of Fortnite. And like I said, the reason that we we tried out My Hero.
So are there like skins, My Hero skins on the game?
Yes.
Yep.
And there's also like occasionally this giant All Might will appear. Like, it's a balloon. It's like like a Macy's Day Parade.
Fuck, I got to start playing Fortnite.
Like a giant.
Oh my God. I know exactly. I'm picturing this exactly the way it is.
Like a giant golden All Might balloon will appear, and it'll land someplace on the map, and there's a crate attached to it. And when you open the crate, there's an ability inside it that you can grab called a Deku Smash.
Yeah. Deku Smash, don't fuck around. That is hilarious, because I got a little All Might Funko Pop soda can thing.
Yeah.
And
Soda Popinski.
yeah, Soda Popinski. And Cohen saw it, and he recognized All Might
Yeah.
because of Fortnite. But he didn't tell me that it was from a big goddamn giant balloon of All Might coming down from the sky. That's fucking great.
Yep.
I love that.
And every now and then, a capsule has a chance to appear. And when the capsule lands, you can get a Nimbus or Kamehameha.
Oh.
And motherfucker, that shit is fun. Like getting a Kamehameha it's amazing. Henry and I won a match last night where it was just like, we played the slow game, which is how you win this kind of shit. You play the slow game.
Let everyone pick each other off. I've always played those.
And then we
that
just
way.
watch the fucking map for like.
Yeah, hug the edge.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah,
like
and
we played Animal Crossing that way,
Or
fucking Animal Royale.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
but man, it's like, it's tough with him because it's like constantly like, man, we got to stay, because he wants to rush into the middle. And it's like, man, that's just going to die. Here's what we do.
You'd be terrible at Hunger Games. You can't do that.
Yeah, he's 8. He's got a couple of years before he volunteers for tribute.
You're not taking any flower tokens to put your name in the bucket.
Yeah. So, like we'll watch the map and it's like, all right, a capsule dropped. And we wait until we either both have Kamehamehas or Deku Smash. And then it's like, all right, now let's go wreck some people. And it's so much fun because, like, I never build in Fortnite. I hate building in Fortnite.
Same.
And like watching people like build something really fast. That's how we won last night. This dude was building this like brick tower, and it was like, watch this. Kamehameha! And the fucking tower just explodes. and the guy dies. And it's just like, yeah.
That'll teach you to build shit.
Yeah, fuck what this game stands
Pick
for.
up a gun and fight, you fucking pussy.
So I
love it.
That's fun. Anyway, I did totally like, I broke down and got the Piccolo skin for me and the Gohan
Nice.
skin for him.
That's nice.
And I was like, because I bought the Piccolo skin because I was like, I want this. This looks really nice. And as little Dragon Ball Z as I've seen, I've always just Piccolo, like, I don't know. I like his character design so much. Right, like I get real Chrono Trigger vibes from.
Oh yeah.
Obviously from all of them because of Toriyama, but specifically Piccolo. So I was like, and the skin looks great, and it's like. And it looks ridiculous also compared to like some of the other skins because it's like cel shaded and like very like, it looks like anime. I mean, it looks like
Sure.
an anime character in a different cartoon world,
Right.
you know? And then I was like, man, I will buy you this skin if you'll wear it when we play together. Cause I think it would be fun if I was Piccolo
Sure.
and you were Gohan. And he was like, let me think about it. And then, eventually he was
God,
like,
Cohen
yeah,
would
okay.
have jumped on that.
I was like, what are you? It's a free
I'm
skin.
giving you free things. I'm
Yeah.
buying money. That reminds me, if you don't mind, if I
please.
interject one
Please.
more thing.
I like it when it does that.
You mentioned the crossover for My Hero and Fortnite and all this stuff. Found out yesterday Overwatch is doing its first ever crossover event
What?
with another franchise,
What?
One Punch Man.
What?
Overwatch is doing a One Punch Man crossover event.
That's how you know Epic has like won. Then like
Yeah.
they've like this is
Yeah.
like a new. They've like set the bar. Like this is everything's gonna be Roger Rabbit. now,
Overwatch
which is-
has been around
right.
since 2016, and this is the first time
What's
they're
a,
even touching on anything. And they're doing a pretty popular franchise.
yeah.
There's a character in the game called Doomfist. He's this giant dude with his right arm is like this huge robotic fist, and he's just one of the heroes you can play as. Well, they're going to have him, in the promo art, they have him dressed up as One Punch Man. He's wearing the yellow suit.
Saitama.
And yeah. Which I haven't watched yet. It's now definitely on my list because I'm going to be participating in that when I play Overwatch. It's like March. It's coming right up. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that because
That's cool. I'm glad they're. That's
the
a
fact that they picked One Punch Man is to
Yeah.
me, that's a cool choice. And I also think Fortnite probably has the licenses for everything else. So they were probably.
man. Fortnite like Epic is just like
What's left? Fist of the North Star? Okay, sure.
yeah.
I mean,
I'd
we
do
could
that.
try Sailor Moon. We have some pretty girls as some of our heroes.
Sailor Moon's great.
Sailor
too.
Moon, I would love to.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope this is the start of Overwatch kind of going that route.
It's a very un-Blizzard thing. So
It
it's
really
like it's
is.
really
Well, you can
surprising
tell
to hear that.
since all the shakeup at Blizzard.
Sure.
There's new management.
Yeah,
and
of cour-
there's
yeah.
Of course, Microsoft was going to buy them, and now
And they're still working
I
on that.
think they're still working that
Yeah.
deal, which I really hope happens because I could see Microsoft, doing good things with it, making it even more pleasurable. See, I spend money on Overwatch. It's my biggest guilty pleasure. I buy skins. I buy coins to, I do that. That's my.
I get
game.
it. I spent
love it.
like $40 on Fortnite shit for me and Henry.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Every time there's a
Whatever.
battle pass, I buy it because I'll play through the whole thing. I almost did
I haven't done that yet.
I almost did 200 levels. I got to level 185 out of 200. I almost had every possible reward that you like. The Overwatch Battle Pass has 100 levels, and it's relatively easy to achieve if you play regularly like I do. But beyond that, you can earn titles by just playing, and but each one of those levels increases exponentially, so it's harder and harder and harder to get them.
okay.
But I almost made it to the very end, and I just had a couple days where I couldn't play, or else I would have. But I'll buy the battle pass, and usually it comes with it jumps you 20 tiers into the battle pass when you buy the premium or whatever.
Is that how they do it? They don't do two different tracks.
They
like a
do
lot-
two
oh.
different tracks, but I always buy the premium one. And that way you get both tracks. It's not the same as it was in Multiversus. I think it's a little bit different. It just skips 3 things and then goes to this reward if it's free. I don't know exactly how it works because I'm pretty much default going to spend $20 and buy the battle pass every
Yeah.
3 months or whatever.
I haven't bought a battle pass yet in Fortnite, but Henry stays on it. I mean, he spends his Christmas and money on that stuff. So I've gone through the battle pass and been like, I don't know, man. I think I'll just buy stuff as it comes out. But I think it works differently than Multiverses did and Overwatch does. So
See, if I see, and they just fucking turned around and made it to where usually the way that Blizzard has always done it in the past, there'll be an event every year. There'll be the summer games, and then there'll be the Halloween event, and then there'll be the winter event and the Chinese New Year event. And
Right.
during those events, they'll always have new skins
yeah,
or the previous skins from the previous years made available. Well, they've decided now to go ahead and lower the price of their skins because they were way too expensive, number one. And number two, they've now gone and made all the previous skins from before available.
oh wow,
So I had my eye on one for a particular character for May, and
the Ice Lady.
yeah, and I could never get it because it was never fucking available. And then I was able to get it. But I spent money on it because I wanted it.
Dude, if they made in Fortnite, if they made Goku and Vegeta available again, I would buy them for my sister and my brother-in-law.
Oh god,
so
then
it's
you
like
could play a
if
foursome.
we do a yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think stuff like that is fun, you know?
Well, and I think too, like I like having the skins in Overwatch because I play the Mystery Heroes version a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you get
every
a
time
random
you die.
character every time you die.
That's a
so
cool idea.
I like to buy the skins, and I don't mind. I mean, usually I won't. I will take whatever skin I'll get from the battle pass anyway, obviously, and use it. But I like to have kind of a variation, especially the ones I like to play, because I might get that character.
Sure.
Or if it's a really cool skin on a character that I don't normally play, it's still neat because I will occasionally get that character in Mystery Heroes, and now I've got the cool skin.
Isn't it weird what how online multiplayer has like changed the way that games are monetized?
It really is.
Because I mean, that's the big thing where it's like if this were like single player shit, it's like who cares? No one's gonna see everyone looks the same, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, I don't care what I look like because it's just me.
Yeah. But it's also like one of those where I do think I'm not saying it's predatory, but they definitely like the publishers definitely cash in on like collector mentality too, where it's like limited time only, homie.
Well, and it's
shit or get off the pot. You want this?
Fucked up
skin?
too, yeah, because that shit works on me. Because
sure.
like the other day,
I get it.
I was playing in a game and someone was using a skin that I had literally never ever seen before on May, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and I was like, holy crap! And they ended up having to like. It was a thing. You had to like go through this process to get it. And it was like, oh, fuck, that is cool as shit.
Yeah.
And it had the effect that person wanted it to have.
Sure.
And I like to think that people see me running around in this skin or that and think, oh, that's fucking cool, you know? But I'll see it and I'll be like, ooh, how do I get that one? I can't always, but I will. And it's like,
yeah.
I'm not like that in real life. Like, I don't see other people wearing like a,
what do you mean? You're sitting in your Gucci coat and your.
I got to get that jacket.
Balenciagas.
Ooh, I love
on.
his boots. I'm getting a pair of those boots, but
Ian,
online,
another pair of Jimmy Choos. What are you doing?
You're running this podcast into the ground with your shoe addiction.
I told you, I'm diagnosed. I
Such a
have to have
carry.
it. It's a prescription, not an addiction.
It's my orthopedic Jimmy Choo.
Band name.
Yeah, really. If Link calls us at the end of this episode. I've been playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land
Good
as well
game.
with Henry.
I love being in the car.
Man, he had to warm up to big mouth mode. What is it called? I can't. That's
I
not
think
what it's
that's-
called. Oh, did I get
I
it?
think it's right. Yeah.
He had to warm up to it, but I was like, dude, you have to. You got to do it to progress. He plays as Kirby. I play as Waddle Dee. Sometimes that's super frustrating, but hey, it's for him. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I do. I know exactly what you mean. I've had the same experience with Cohen.
It's been one of those where it's like, going through it with him, I've let go of a bunch of things where it's like, there's a boss in the game that's like a leopard lady, and we just couldn't do it.
She's tough.
I love my son, but I'm carrying that game as Waddle Dee, and it's hard to carry a game as Waddle Dee because what'll happen is the bosses don't give a fuck about Waddle Dee. The bosses are like, Kirby's tanking this, and like so the boss like just ignores Waddle Dee. Waddle Dee can just he's a dragoon. He's just a damage dealer with his spear. That's all. So I'm like over here just trying to freaking kill the bosses as fast as possible before it kills Henry as Kirby.
Right.
And it's like, God, hurry, we'll get really close. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like Kirby got to do a little bit too, you
Right.
know?
It's not Waddle Dee's adventure.
So I don't know. It's still fun. So there have been a couple instances where it's like, the game will like pop up and be like, because he wants to play on the hardest difficulty. And it's like, from the very beginning, I was like, are you sure you want to play on the hardest difficulty? Because like, okay. But
This is a Nintendo game.
but if we have a hard time, let's just switch back. He's like, okay, cool. And that's what we had to do. I mean, we got to the point where we fought that boss twice, and I was like, okay, man, you want to dial it back? He's like, no, we got it this time. And I'm thinking, I don't think we got it, man. But okay, all right. So we tried again. Third time we fail, and it pops up. Where it's like, yo, did you know there's an easy mode? And I'm like, you want to do it? He's like, yeah, let's do it. It's like, okay, cool. But we get to the boss fight, though. I go to the bathroom, come back, and he's like, I switched it back. It's like, okay. That's look.
He is definitely your son.
I don't know why. I mean, I know why he's my son,
I have no idea.
but I don't know, like, why is that? Like, that's not genetic, right? And it's like, I don't feel like I carry that attitude around with him a lot. But I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'll blame the YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. And then I saw on Friday night, I went to see Dead Nuts play at Paducah Beer Works.
My friend Nathan
Yes.
is the front man bass player
Yes.
for that. I hung out with him the day after that show, and I heard it was a great show.
That fucking ruled.
I didn't even know it was happening. I wish someone had told me about it.
I thought
Because
about
I
it.
would have absolutely gone to see him play.
I thought about it, but I was meeting somebody there, and it was one of those where it's like, I hadn't seen this person in a long time. And it's like, if I invite Ian, what's going to happen is we're going to talk to Ian all night. And then the person who invited me out here is going to be like, oh, you just invited someone else and hung out with them all night.
Well, the problem is everyone I've ever known in my life was probably at that show.
Well, that's when I told you the other night, I saw a guy in a Playful 8 shirt.
If that's the case, then why
Is
did
that
Todd
where-
tell you?
That's where it was.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It was a great show.
It's funny because I went to Dry Ground with them the next day, and we had a beer, and they told me about it. I'm like, well, thanks for inviting me to the show. I didn't even know. Because me and Nathan were in a band together, and the drummer for that band, John, was also at the show. And
Right.
He came in from
Louisville
to see it. And it's funny that you say this now because they told me there was a guy at the fucking concert last night wearing a Playful 8 shirt. and then I said, that's funny because a buddy of mine that I do the show with actually saw someone recently wearing a Playful 8 shirt. Y'all saw the same guy.
Yeah, we definitely saw the same guy.
That's funny. I do wish I had seen the show.
Sorry,
it
I-
sounded like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like they did.
It was a
really good.
great show. They're going to play again, I think, next month sometime.
I'm gonna see it because yeah.
I love Beerworks, man. I'm a Beerworks boy. I'm not a Dry Grounds dude.
I get it.
I'm a Beerworks boy. Dry Grounds a little fart sniffy for me.
Beer Works is a former bus station, man.
Right.
It's great.
Beerworks
I love
is
it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
That's pretty much it. Nikki and I played a little Kudu-Deen.
Like you do.
On the GBA. And
On Nintendo Switch.
we did not, because when we played it, it wasn't out on the Switch yet. And so
okay.
when we saw it last night on the Nintendo Minute, what do the kids call it?
Direct.
Thank you, the Direct. I was like, oh, look at that. We can play it on there. And man, she's not good at that game. So when I said it, it was definitely a little jab, because like, have you guys played the game?
No.
Never even heard of it.
I hadn't heard of it either until I saw there's a VTuber I watch called Corone, and she played it, and I was like, that looks like a fun game. Here's the game. You navigate a maze. You're a stick that's rotating clockwise, and you navigate it through a maze. And if the stick touches one of the edges of one of the walls, you start back from the beginning. So the way 2-player works is that way, but it's a race. So it's a lot of fun, but yeah, it's tough. It was not an easy experience for both of us, or for either of us, but it's fun. and when I saw it on the Switch, I was like, oh man, all right, maybe we can get some games going.
All right.
Probably not though. In reality,
I don't have anything else to do.
just all of One Piece to watch.
I'm down one tooth. That's about it. So where I cracked that 1/4 of my tooth off and thought it doesn't hurt, I'll wait, and that stuff creep into it, and it
It do.
Yep. And then when it finally started to hurt, I was like, hey, let's do something about this. Okay, yeah, you need a root canal and a crown, $1,600. We'll need that tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to get a second opinion. Second opinion's like, oh, you could do that, and you're still going to have it pulled anyway. So how about we just pull it? $80. Deal. Take it. So one less tooth I'm getting used to, but it's all right.
It's feeling good now?
Bad. Yeah.
All
it's
good.
All good. All good now.
I'm starting to have problems again.
Problems?
Tooth problems.
Tooth problems.
I feel like I'm about to lose a couple more, actually.
I'm still flossing. I'm on that floss game.
I'm flossing twice a day now.
I read a TikTok tip.
That's awesome, though. Congrats.
That if you put toothpaste on your floss, it's much more effective.
Oh, I could
Really?
see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, because you're really getting the cleansing in there. So
Okay, I'll have to try that.
Yep.
I think my problem isn't so much my teeth as my gums. I got gum irritation happening. Don't know why. I got a dentist appointment coming up. He's probably going to want to fucking pull some teeth.
Me too.
God, I'm so sick of losing teeth. I'm going to have dentures. I know it. I'm going to be that guy with 4 front teeth. And that's it. And as much as I brush and floss my teeth, you'd think, you're going to be okay. But I don't think I am. I have the dentist who defaults to pulling teeth. He doesn't.
go to my guy.
Yeah, he doesn't first say, we could fix it. I mean, you got bone loss here. You're probably going to lose it. You got bad gum problems. You're just probably going to lose it anyway. We might as well just pull it. How do I chew if you keep pulling on my teeth? We'll find out.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
Man.
Stay tuned.
Dude, there's a chef at work. I mean, I never knew because they've been wearing masks, and he was like, yeah, I need off. Next week, I'm having all my teeth pulled and getting dentures.
All?
All.
How old is
I
this
was
gentleman?
like, what's up? Early to mid 60s.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, what's going on? And he pulled down his mask, and it was just gray shards. And I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah. And then now he got his dentures, and he's happy as he's ever been. So
I feel that I'm probably going to be in that route, on that road very soon. I don't see how it's avoidable at this point. I'll just keep trying. We'll see.
just don't fold them up in napkins, leave them on your food tray in the hospital.
I do not.
Because
plan
people
to.
do that all the time
bet.
and they get thrown away.
I bet.
Man,
All the time.
it's like middle school retainer memories right there.
Oh, I did that to Anna whenever they flew to Disney.
You threw a retainer away?
Yeah, she put it in a napkin and put it like in her McDonald's cup, and I threw it away. And she's like, "Oh, my retainer." I was like, "Where is it?" Watered up in napkins in that McDonald's cup. That thing they told me to never do, I did.
Yeah.
So I had to fish in the airline trash.
Why'd you
can
do that?
to fill
Oh,
it back
because I
up.
figured you'd throw it away and I wouldn't have to wear it again.
Why would you take your dentures out to eat? I thought that's what the point of having.
I guess they
dentures
do
was.
it and take it out to clean it or something, or I don't know. But they
Well,
always
I'm
do
sure
that.
I'll be able to answer that question in 10 years. I'm going to come on the show at one point. While my gums are not swelling before I get my teeth, I can't get fitted for dentures.
I'm looking forward to those blowjobs. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be
It's
great.
gonna be great.
Can't be
I
any
can't
better
wait
than they
to
are now,
give 'em.
though.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
My granddad used to scare me by taking his dentures out. I remember vividly being terrified, like 5 years old. I like my dad had to have a conversation with him essentially when they don't really get along anyway. But
Right.
but it was like, he even thought it was so funny, and then my grandmother thought it was funny too when she saw the reaction. So yeah, man, it used to. I remember being like fucking terrified to go to that house because it's like these motherfuckers are gonna take their teeth out. It scares the shit out of me.
I remember in like we were probably freshman freshman in high school, Melissa, another friend, were over at my dollar house. This was my dad was wearing a hairpiece and no one knew about it.
Yeah.
And he hadn't taped the front part down, so he walks by, "Hey, Melissa, say boo." And she looks at him weird. "Boo?" And he grabs the front part of his toupee and goes, "Ah!" and lifts his hair halfway off his head. And she was just like, "What the fuck?"
So he had convincing hair pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairly convincing, yeah. I mean, he spent a lot of money. He'd go, periodically get haircuts to make them look just right,
Yeah.
wear them to... Yeah, he spent...
Did he Alan Brady style have the mannequin heads with
Yes.
the? Did he? Yeah,
Yes, he
all
did.
right.
Yes, he did. They had their walk-in closet. Half was mom's, half was dad's suits, and then like 4 mannequin heads with toupees on them.
Damn, suits.
Yep.
Damn.
I mean, church, and then when he was in his gospel quartet,
Damn,
so,
man.
yeah.
Living large with some.
He's
toupees
wearing that
and some
hairpiece in the Promise cassette tape picture I have. But you guys want to do a draft real quick?
Sure.
A vegetable draft?
Sure.
Since we've done fruits.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Let me grab this wonderful D4 here. How about
If you roll a 4,
show's over?
show's over.
Show's over. So
Which is
Ian-
about time.
we are 52 minutes in. Dave 1, Ian 2, me 3. 4.
See you later, guys.
All right, we got to do it
Tropical
again.
Capricorn.
It's been real.
If it's another 4,
I'm not doing that joke again. By the way.
it's a 1 though. On the
All right.
on the reroll. So Dave,
I gotta warn you guys. Don't know the difference between a fruit and a vegetable, so it's gonna be a fun game. But I'm going corn because
corn?
it's got
Yeah.
the juice.
Corn. The only one all of my kids and my wife will eat. Corn.
It's a crowd pleaser. You got
Do you-
popcorn.
How do you prefer your corn? Creamed on the cob?
Creamed is like F tier.
Yeah.
I almost said S tier. No, it's fucking not. Cream corn is the worst corn.
It is terrible.
It's the worst corn.
Yeah, I don't care for
Corn on the
that.
cob, man. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna include popcorn's like triple S
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
But it's weird that I don't consider popcorn a vegetable.
We can.
We probably should. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
The
it
modern
makes,
American diet should consider popcorn.
I mean, like corn is like even in non-pop form has like no nutritional value,
Yeah,
right?
Starch.
sugar's nutrition.
There's plenty of water in beer. Yeah, corn on the cob. It's the best, man. Dennis sent me
Oh, I
some
do
little
love, yeah.
Wolverine claw corn cob
love it.
holders.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man. So those are fun to use.
I love it.
See, all the kids have braces, so if I do it, I then have to cut it all off the cob for them.
Oh no, that always freaks me out too. When it's cut like when you see the cob
It's
part.
not round
A
enough.
clean cob,
No, I don't like
a
that.
hexagonal cob.
Right.
There is cob. When it's cut like that, I know for a fact there are cob pieces in my corn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not okay with this. It's like the cyanide core of an apple.
My dad used to eat a fucking apple whole. Like he'd eat the core and everything.
It's not good.
I know it's not. I've talked to him about it since. Where it's like, hey man, you remember all
He's
those apple
secretly a
cores
horse.
you ate?
It's poison.
Yeah, he was not. I mean, his thing was always like, I don't know, man. Grew up poor.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we tried. We grew up poor, so we tried to kill ourselves by eating apple cores.
I don't
'cause we
think-
were so miserable.
I don't think they knew.
Probably
I don't think
not.
they knew. But there's also like the squirrel stuff too, where it's like you really shouldn't
Oh
eat
yeah.
all of the squirrel,
Yeah. Just the anus.
just exclusively the anus. It's only if they're 6
the
foot tall
eyeballs.
at a convention.
Wasn't it you that said someone in your family used to suck the eyeballs out of squirrel heads?
My mother would suck the brains out of squirrels.
And that's you're
Okay.
not supposed to eat the brains.
Oh yeah, she loved it.
Yeah, I think
She'd
there's
take
like
a big thick spoon and crack the
Thick.
skull open and suck it out. Yeah.
illithid style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the brain. I think you're not supposed to eat the brain because there's like I don't know, like
It's where the rabies lives.
well, I think it's like a potential like parasite issue potentially.
Oh, I can totally believe that. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
Ian, what about you? What's your number one vegetable?
Peas.
Peas? Dude, I like
Peas.
peas. You get no hate from me on peas.
I love them.
I'll eat a whole candle of Sir peas.
I'll eat them just about any style. I like them in the pod.
Green peas, black-eyed peas?
Green peas.
Green peas.
I'll eat them in the pod. I'll eat them out of the can, the fresh type that are frozen. I love them all. Peas.
I always want them with mashed potatoes. That's my preferable.
Yeah.
Pea and mashed potatoes together.
That to me
Peas.
is the
I mean,
most.
urine's fine too, but
Pisstasters.com.
Pisstasters.com if you'd like to donate.
Visit it today.
I'm gonna pee in those mashed potatoes.
Peas is kind of the good go-to vegetable that goes for me with just about anything. So I did.
Do you like the British mushy peas?
I'll eat them in just about any fashion.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I don't have the same problem with mushy peas as I do with mushy corn. So, yeah.
Do you prefer a fresh corn over anything else then? Over the other varieties of corn?
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat it out of the can. That form or the frozen bag type of corn, just kernels, corn kernels or whatever they're kernels, right?
Yep.
I'll eat those and off the cob and stuff, but I don't like creamy corn. Blech.
Yeah, no, the girls love it. I'm getting used to it, but yeah, it's not my thing either.
Yep.
My number one is, what she's chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping.
I know this answer.
Broccoli.
Chop it back up there.
Fucking love the shit out of broccoli.
Broccoli's
my
good.
That
God.
would have made my list too.
Yeah, stir
I like
fried
it-
with
I like it
cheese,
raw.
boiled. Yeah,
Just raw for me.
raw and
yeah, I'll eat it
ranch.
in the stir
Fuck
fry.
yeah. Get a wok screaming hot and sear broccoli in it with soy sauce and peppers and garlic. Fuck yes. Dave, numero deuce.
I like a pepper. Is a pepper a vegetable or a fruit?
Green pepper, red pepper,
Jalapeno pepper.
jalapeno pepper. Okay.
Is that a vegetable?
yeah.
We're good still?
I have it down.
right.
I'll accept it.
Like a jalapeno pepper. I could go with any of the peppers, right? But I mean, jalapenos,
Yeah.
I like the flavor of a jalapeno pepper. It's not too spicy. It's not sweet. You know what I mean? I like a sweet pepper. Don't get me wrong. I like a green pepper, bell pepper. There's a difference, right? A red pepper's good. Yellow pepper.
Orange
big
pepper.
poblano.
Oh fuck yeah.
Like a poblano a
Ooh,
lot.
I didn't even think about that.
Poblano's a real good
Poblano
one.
peppers.
But a jalapeno.
You sound like the dude from Forrest
Forrest Gump.
talking
Yeah.
about shrimp.
I do, but I like serrano.
Anaheim
like a serrano
pepper, serrano
Oh,
pepper.
man. Dude, but like jalapeno is just one of those where it's like if you go to a restaurant, the one pepper they're most likely to have is probably a jalapeno because it sits in that spicy vehicle. You know what I mean? Where it's like, well, I mean, we're not going to keep bell peppers on hand because like no one orders. Hey, can you sprinkle some bell peppers on my taco? You know, like.
Yeah.
But jalapenos, they might have those.
Oh yeah. And then they make. You can put jalapenos in everything. I'm gonna like it more. You put corn mixed with jalapenos and peppers, or everything.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, mashed potatoes, broccoli, peas.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Put them in
Not
a
a fan of
salad,
jalapenos?
man.
Don't like peppers in general. I feel like, I think I mentioned before, like green peppers, that's all I can taste when they're on a pizza. I just don't like the flavor of jalapeno. I've tried many times and I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
That's how I am with.
I don't even like pepper.
cucumbers, man. Like people love cucumbers,
I do like a cucumber.
but that's how I am with cucumbers. Like I can't. They fuck me up, man. Like
you never stop tasting a cucumber.
Yeah.
Like I burped
And I'll
today
burp,
and tasted
like,
a cucumber
oh,
that
man.
I ate 8 years ago.
Yeah,
right.
right.
I get it. I do
Totally.
I do avoid them
yeah,
for that reason, but I do like them a lot.
Ian, number 2.
Well, speaking of Forrest Gump, what goes better?
Shrimp.
What goes
That's
better?
a vegetable, right?
You blew it. You blew it. Why can't I ever get a line off with you two?
sorry, you knew what you were getting
Carrots. Fucking carrots. All right, it's carrots.
into. All right, carrots.
Next.
I like a carrot.
Fine. Good.
How? How do you like carrots?
Well, I can't. I'm not supposed to, but I like them raw.
You're not supposed to?
I'm
Not
allergic.
Oh, okay.
I have that
Oh, I
same.
didn't know
I've had
that.
that same problem with raw
The
carrots
bananas.
that I have with the bananas.
Okay.
The throat thing. It makes my throat itch real bad.
So it is just phallic things.
It is, I guess. But I can't.
Dentures can't come soon enough, man.
It doesn't happen as badly with carrots as it does with bananas, but it does happen. So, but I will eat those, and
But if you steam them, you can eat them.
I can eat
reaction?
them. Yeah, don't have a problem if they're cooked. But I generally don't like them as much when they're cooked. The raw carrot is my preferred method of eating carrots.
Nice.
And I do not
Crispy.
like cooked carrots that have like syrupy shit on them, like sweet syrupy
like honey
things.
glazed carrots.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I like those.
I feel like the carrot's already sweet enough to me.
Yeah, carrots are like a weird kind of sweet
It
for me.
is,
I
it
like
is.
carrots, but yeah, I like shredded carrots in my salad. I like that a lot.
Me too. Yeah.
Pickled carrots on a sandwich like the banh mi. Oh,
I don't think I've ever had that.
fuck,
I know
man.
I haven't.
So good.
I don't think I've ever had a pickled carrot.
Man, yeah. Casey would always keep He'd always keep big things of jalapenos, pickles, carrots, radishes, shit like that to all put on sandwiches with cilantro. Oh,
Nice.
good. I think my second one is going to be garlic
Garlic.
as an additive or just roasted and eaten by itself. Oh, man. Pickled garlic by itself.
Garlic rules.
Dave, your number 3.
Number 3 for me is going to be onion. Onion.
Oh, yo.
God.
Surprised onion didn't make it in sooner.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
Onions on my list, yeah.
Man. God. Love an onion.
Any certain kind of onion?
I like a red onion.
Red onion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a red onion.
That's the one variety of onion that I typically can eat a little bit of without having stomach problems.
Yeah.
It's when you get into the whites and the yellow onions that really fucks me up. But
Yeah.
the red onions I can do.
I'm really honestly not that picky about it. I think it's just more often than not, if I'm eating an onion, we have red onions. I think it's one of those.
Well, they're just mild.
raw red onion on something.
Yeah, man. But I also love like a grilled onion, like fajita style, where it's like, I mean, that's real good too.
Like a bloomin' onion is a really nice. I love a bloomin'
man.
onion.
Love a bloomin' onion. Yeah, that's good.
I think do those 'cause they're
Caramelized.
cooked.
Is what I was trying to think of earlier.
yeah,
like
yeah.
like a caramelized onion. Heck yeah.
So they're real brown and soft. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ian?
Spinach.
Spinach is good,
Yeah,
man.
I'm with you.
I like it raw. I
Oh,
do.
baby, I like it raw.
I like it raw. I do. I like the raw spinach, and I also like it cooked. I like it when it's cooked down, like Popeye style. I could eat it right out of the can that way. I dig it.
Yeah, you like spinach more than I do. I don't like it cooked that much.
I mean,
raw, I like it a lot.
I got used to it as a child
Yeah.
because my mother would just dump a can of spinach in the pot and cook it, and that was spinach to me.
Smell
And-
that a mile away.
Yeah, and I liked it fine. I never minded it.
Yeah.
But then I finally discovered as an adult leafy spring mix with spinach leaves and stuff in it. It's really good. Little spring mix with some raspberry vinaigrette dressing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delish.
Do you do cream spinach?
I don't know that I've ever had creamed spinach.
We'll do that at work, and then like online, people talk about like guilty pleasure foods, and cream spinach comes up a lot.
It's a guilty pleasure. Interesting.
It's a weird choice, but it's one that always pops up for some reason.
Huh? Is it like they're like
It's an
baby
old fashioned
seals
food.
in it or something? Or
Yeah, maybe people had it with their grandparents or something like that.
okay.
You know, just
Probably,
like
yeah.
spinach reduced down with heavy cream and stuff like, shit
Okay,
like that. I
okay.
mean, it's good, but it's definitely super old school.
yeah.
There was I do like a spinach artichoke dip, like you get at Fridays or
Yeah,
something.
absolutely.
I don't like artichokes, but a spinach mellow mushroom here in town makes a really really good spinach artichoke dip. It's very cheesy, but it's also got they chop up the artichoke like super tiny.
Yeah.
So you don't have those like big long
Huge fibrous
pieces. It's really good. So, but the spinach is where it's at for me. I dig.
I'm with you. I like spinach too. I hate an iceberg salad. No, period. Don't want it.
I don't mind that.
Give me spinach, give me arugula, give me spring mix, but not iceberg. Romaine, fine.
Romaine,
not
yeah.
iceberg.
The problem with spinach, I love spinach in a salad. I love a spinach salad, but my problem with it always is like it's harder to prepare, which I know sounds silly because I mean you're making a salad, you know. It's not like you're
By its very definition, it should be easy.
right,
to
but it's
prepare.
not like, dude, putting a salad together is like I like salads. I like eating salads, and I usually eat them for lunch. I'll drive home and eat a salad, but it's like as I'm making the salad, it's like I could have fucking cooked 4 cans of soup by now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit down, eat a bowl of salad, and be like, "Well, time to go back to work."
Yeah.
You said red onion, Dave, so I'm going to go slightly off of that and say a green onion.
Oh, well, yeah, man. Yeah,
I'll eat green onions on just about everything.
yeah. Green onions rule.
The combination of green onions, peanuts, and sriracha.
Huh.
I'll throw that on just about anything. Dave, number 4.
Number 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Asparagus.
Yeah.
I like asparagus.
Hell yes.
Love asparagus. Just wasn't sure whether it was a vegetable or not.
Yeah. How do you do that? Grilled?
Grilled is nice. Yeah, I do like grilled. As long as it's not. But I mean, with asparagus,
Yeah, I'll even eat canned asparagus. I do pickled asparagus instead of chips sometimes.
yeah. I never had pickled asparagus. I bet I'd like it.
It's good.
But then again, I also like. So I like pickles, and I like eggs. Don't like a pickled egg.
Yeah. Fair.
So I don't know.
It's got salty and crunch, so I'll use it
Sounds
instead of a chip if I'm really trying to cut back, because I have like a fuck ton of asparagus for like 10 calories.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Asparagus, grilled asparagus, particularly. I'm more picky. I don't. It's got to be like it can't be a limp asparagus. It's got to be a crisp boy.
Never been a fan.
Yeah,
Never cared for asparagus.
yeah. Makes your pee pee smell.
It does.
Fuck yeah, it
Make
does.
your pee-pee smell. That means it's working.
Yeah. Well, I mean, which I think is kind of fun.
Because there was a girl at work one time. We served asparagus for like a catering everybody was at. She's like, "I've never had this," and I was like, "You're gonna be really surprised when you go to the bathroom later."
All right, we're
He
here.
just looked at me. You'll see.
Here's a bunch of tricks and fruity pebbles. Eat that too.
Here's Frankenberry from 1985.
Right.
Ian, number 4.
I am going to say lettuce. A good iceberg.
Lettuce.
I like it. I like the crunch. I like it's when it's very, very cold. Like salad bar sitting on ice cold.
Yeah. Yep.
It's got the crunch kids crave.
Got that crunch that kids crave. I love to just put a little cheese, little bacon bits. Like I'm talking pizza in iceberg lettuce
All right.
on the buffet with that special ranch dressing. I've always been a big fan. I could eat that. I used to eat salad for lunch every day or for dinner every day when I worked at the casino.
Yeah.
They had the option that you could go in here and buy your food in the cafeteria and get a burger or fries or whatever. Or for free, we've got a gigantic salad bar over here. It's
pretty good.
I always went for the free salad option. I lost a lot of
good.
weight. I need
Yes,
to
I
go
bet
back
you
to
did.
that. But yeah, love me some iceberg lettuce.
Well, I try to be good with the salads, but I mean, I'm not like a health freak or anything. I definitely put
Got some of that.
Italian dressing
Yeah,
on there, some Parmesan. I mean, put some turkey in there, some deli turkey in there. Yeah.
I mean, I've been known to just eat lettuce.
Yeah.
Like I'll go in there and pull a leaf, a big chunk of lettuce off and eat it like a fucking rabbit. Just I like the taste of it, but I like the taste of it even more when it's got ranch dressing on it. So.
Of course I like it. I'm going to claim it just because it's a powerhouse pick, especially in the 4th round. Potatoes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, potatoes great.
People would argue that it's not a vegetable,
Really?
because it's a starch.
Yeah.
but I count it as a vegetable.
Okay,
And
that's
for the
why
purposes of
I
this
do too.
quiz, it counts.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you guys every time because I'm waiting for just someone online to be like, "Oh, that's a legume."
That's exactly what I'm
That's
expecting.
a tuber.
Yeah.
We don't-
It's not that tuba.
Good one. We don't care. Potatoes count as vegetable, and they're delicious.
Yep.
I like a raw potato. I will eat.
I've never had a raw.
I will
potato.
eat a raw piece of potato. Now those raw can kill me. Like I can only have a little bit.
as a treat.
The banana.
You can have a little bit of raw
This is a
potato
treat.
as a treat.
The banana. It goes carrot, banana, potato in order from least deadly to most deadly.
Yeah?
In the raw form. I can have a bite of a raw potato, but my throat will close the fuck up
Damn.
if I eat too much of them. It's got to be a starch or a tannin thing. I don't know what it is. But like I remember one time my mom was making mashed potatoes, and of course you cut them up and rinse them, and she'd soak them to get them soft a little bit and boil them down and all that. But before she would, they'd be sitting in the strainer in little peeled pieces. And I went up and grabbed one and ate it. And about 10 minutes later, my dad walks in from work, and he thought I was dying because I was making this noise, but it wasn't because I was suffocating. It was because my throat was itching so bad. I was trying anything I could do to make it stop.
Yeah.
And they forbade me from eating raw potatoes after that. But they're good. They're good.
Love potatoes. I never had a raw potato. You just
Just eat
just
it.
season it or just eat it?
Pulled it right out of the strainer and ate it.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
It's crunchy. It's tasty.
I think my favorite's still a baked potato.
God,
Baked
baked
potato,
potatoes are the
steak
shit.
fry.
Yeah, man.
A good steak fry is real good, but a not good steak fry is
It's
real,
real
bad.
Yep, I agree. Let's see, Dave, number 5.
Olive? Is that a vegetable?
Olive?
Is that a fruit? What the fuck's an olive?
I'm going to say it's a fruit. But
I know a tomato's a fruit. That's why I haven't said
Yeah, I haven't
it.
said tomato either. Yeah.
if you would put it on ice cream, it's a fruit. If you wouldn't, it's a
We'll
vegetable.
play by those rules. I like those rules. All
Olive counts.
right.
Olives are good, but
Love
I
olives,
only
man.
like green ones.
I know when
Yeah,
we
we
were
did.
doing pizza toppings. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like them both, but I will go with a black olive. I'm just literally going through like, what do I put on a salad?
No, I kind of am too. I've got a really delicious salad lined up right here on my column.
I don't
so-
put asparagus on my salad.
Yeah, corn. You put corn on your salad.
I have
corn's pretty
before,
good salad,
but
yeah.
yeah.
It would work. I could see that.
Ian, number 5.
I feel like I'm all leafy, but
pretty
I'm
leafy.
going with cabbage.
Dude, man.
I like cabbage.
Boiled cabbage.
Both. Any way you want to slice it. I like sauerkraut. I like boiled cabbage.
Love sauerkraut.
Love
Kimchi.
raw cabbage
God.
on a salad. In those little when it's chopped into those little squiggly lines. I don't know how what do you call that, but I do
Stir
like
fried
it.
with chili flakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love me some cabbage.
yeah, cabbage. That's a good one. I should have claimed that one earlier. Cabbage is a good one.
Cabbage, man, I really like it,
It's
or I really
stinky.
don't.
It's
Yeah,
stinky.
it is.
Every year at New Year's, we're having our
Oh God,
cabbage
man.
as part of our meal.
That
It's
might be why I don't like it,
stinker.
because we used to always have to eat the traditional New Year. New Year's used to be like my least favorite holiday because it's like,
Because of the meal.
fuck, I gotta eat all these things I hate.
I got to start the year off with a shitty meal.
Yeah. My dad's like superstitious, so I mean, it was like,
we are.
oh
We
my
are.
God.
We're doing. We do the black eyed peas and the cabbage or sauerkraut, and sausage, and that's all I can think of.
But I do like sauerkraut.
My number 5 is my most dark horse. I did not expect anybody to get, so I saved it to last. I'd never had one until I had my internship at Asiatique in Louisville. It's like my last semester in culinary school, and he would dice these up and fry them and garnish them on anything. But you can use them in place of onions for onion rings. You can put them in stir fries. But a leek.
Yeah.
Leeks
It's
are
funny.
so fucking good.
When you mentioned green onion earlier, I almost said, how about a leek?
yeah,
Because they just remind me of one reminds me of the other.
Pisstasters.com.
Yeah, that's. Anybody have any honorable mentions?
I got some stuff I hate.
Okay.
Cauliflower. Fuck it.
I fucking hate cauliflower too. God, I hate it.
You got a gourd? I probably don't like it.
I like regular yellow squash, and I'm neutral to cauliflower.
I cannot even swallow squash.
But like butternut squash, I don't
makes
care
me
for.
gag. I hate it.
No.
Ugh.
Spaghetti squash, I don't care for.
I like cauliflower. I can eat cauliflower when it's done like wings. Have you seen that at B Dubs? Nikki's gotten that before, and I've tasted it and been like, I like that, but not as much as I like wings.
Yeah.
but it's like the most I've ever liked cauliflower.
I think I've had those as well, actually, and I do remember them being okay.
Yeah, and they're not bad.
Like we buy the cauliflower, broccoli, carrot mix.
Yeah, I don't. Ugh.
I leave the cauliflower for her.
Yeah, man. When we do the mix, that's the same. That's the same deal. Like broccoli.
Give me some broccoli, give me some carrots. You can have the white fucking cauliflower nastiness. Fucking those and Brussels sprouts can die in a fire.
See, that was honorable mention. I fucking love the shit out of Brussels sprouts.
They're all right.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
It's crazy how I can
Get
hate
them
them.
fresh, cut them in half, sear them in a pan till they're caramelized, hit that with balsamic vinegar and almonds, roast in the oven. Cool.
Well, see, you know all the secrets.
Yeah.
You're like a tips and tricks book.
My mom
Like
fucking
Brussels sprouts microwaved in the butter sauce out of like the bird's eye shit. Yeah, okay, yeah.
My
You're
mom
not
would
gonna like Brussels sprouts.
my mom would steam them.
Oh,
And that's it.
yeah, no.
I couldn't
get
even.
that.
I can't
Yep.
stand it. I'm thinking about it now. Like I need to go fucking
I can understand
eat
why.
a candy bar or something just to get the thought of the taste of Brussels sprouts out of my mouth.
Shallots were up there on my honorable mention.
Shallots.
Shallots.
My favorite green, I almost picked earlier, was arugula. I love an arugula salad. I love arugula tossed in like balsamic on a sandwich or on a sub, and then red peppers, like roasted red peppers.
Yeah. I could have done my whole list on peppers, but I decided it'd be more interesting if I didn't.
Well, you guys want to take a break, and then we'll dive into some game
Yeah,
talk?
man.
Yeah,
Some
man.
Speed Racer. Did we mention we're talking about Speed Racer
We
today?
did not.
we did not.
Hey, guys, we're talking about Speed Racer.
He's not on the episode.
Hey, you're
That's how
smart.
they are.
Yeah, you're smart. You figured it out.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. He's gaining on you, so you better look alive. He's busy revving up the powerful Mach 5. And when the odds are against him and they're dangerous work to do, bet your life's Speed Racer. See it through. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go! He's up and flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go!
Whenever you are ready.
All right, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back in our Mach 5s.
And our Mach 5s.
What
Yeah.
it is? Is that the Ian? Do you watch the show? Did you say you were a big fan of Speed Racer?
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I did, and I don't remember. I remember the bullet points,
Yeah.
but mostly I never really knew what was going on, except I loved the Mach 5, and all I wanted was to just see the Mach 5 on
Yeah.
TV. I didn't care what was happening. Speed Racer was incidental to me because, I mean, we needed someone to drive the fucking car, but the car was my favorite part of that show. I
Yeah.
loved it. And from what I understand, it wasn't that deep. The show wasn't exactly, the dive into the human psyche that it could be. You know, it was a guy who just fucking raced his car all the time, and people were always trying to kill him.
Get in the Mach 5 speed.
Get the Mach 5 away from him, or sabotage the Mach 5, or destroy it, or something.
I'd seen SNL mock Speed Racer before I ever saw any of Speed Racer, so I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
From what I remember, they were pretty spot on.
Yeah.
they pretty much got it in one.
We better race. Oh. We better go. It is your father who is actually disguised as Racer X. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Man, they did that shit because they wanted to match up the English dialogue with the lips of the from the original anime, and it's like, I think that was the wrong decision. Because I watched I knew what Speed Racer was growing up, but I never really watched it. I watched 2 episodes of it for this show, and that is all of the Speed Racer that I'm going to watch, because it was like this dialogue, and like I know they worked hard on it, so I don't like shitting on it, but like the dialogue is like it bad. It bad. And I know it, like, this is the 60s. I get that too. And it's like, but man, I might watch this subtitled. Maybe. Just to like, because
I didn't know it came out in the 60s.
Yeah, it's old as shit.
We're definitely want to make a 90s video game off
it had a resurgence in the 90s. MTV had it on in the 90s.
And there was a movie too in 2008.
Yeah, and I didn't see that.
I didn't
I
either.
thought about watching it for the show and messaged you guys and be like, "You guys watch this?" And you're both like, "No."
Nope.
And I was like, "Okay, and I'm not gonna." Even though I do want to watch it because it's a Wachowski movie, right?
I believe it is. Yeah.
And it's got John Goodman in it as Pops, right?
course,
Pops
yeah.
Racer.
Of course he's
okay.
Pops.
And Christina Ricci's in there as Trixie.
Really?
Yep.
All right, I'm watching it.
We fucked up.
I'm going to watch it.
we should have
Well,
watched
I'll just
it.
watch it. I mean, you got me. You had me at Christina Ricci.
So we're going to get to a question later on in the show called what movie would you compare this to? It's this movie. That's how I know. That's how I know the facts.
No, Dave, you can't do that.
Sorry. And also, you said it came out in what year?
66.
The movie.
2008.
And to prove that, Racer X is played by Matthew Fox.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
This is starting to sound more familiar
That's
to me.
more like 2000 and late. Yeah.
To bring back the Black Eyed Peas from New Year's.
It's starting to sound more familiar to me now.
Maybe
Maybe I
you've seen
have
it.
seen it, but I'm going to see it again.
But the cartoon, I say I might watch it subtitled because it's like, I like the style of it,
Yeah, I do too.
but man, it's pretty. It's like there ain't much to it. there ain't much to
Well,
it.
that's one of the few things that is older than me. And I do remember watching it when I was very little and not knowing what the fuck was going on. But I love the music. I love the noise.
Yeah,
and
dude,
the
the
car
music's
and the
great.
pretty girl and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it had all the right elements.
They're in the intro, like
Technically, my first anime was Speed
I
Racer.
guess I think it was a lot of first anime.
I'm
really,
sure.
but like the end of that intro it's amazing that this is like 65, 66.
The way it pans around like
Dude,
fucking
it rotates.
Matrix style.
Yeah, Speed gets
Oh,
out of the
fucking
Mach
love it.
5 and then
Freezes,
it
and then it
freezes and
spins
rotates.
around. Oh, it's fucking great.
And it's like that was all done by hand.
Oh,
and it's butter smooth.
It is butter
it's
smooth.
smooth.
I was in. That's where it hooked me. That I remember seeing.
It's the
that
money shot.
And just being
It
like,
is. It's the money shot.
Whoa! Like this is so cool.
It
like,
is.
It was like nothing else had ever been done.
Yeah.
Great shit.
I like the art style a lot.
Me
I mean,
too.
it's real like 60s
Oh, it
manga
stinks
style,
of
and
it.
it's-
It stinks of just the 60s
I
in
know, like,
general, which
Speed's
is fine. It
outfit,
was
like,
made in
yeah.
the 60s. That
Sure.
time it was
His little
contemporary.
ascot or whatever.
his ascot,
Yeah, his ascot.
his
He looked
tiny
like-
gloves.
He's Freddie's little brother
Right.
from Scooby Doo.
Yeah. his white pants. his
Well, what'd you expect from the box art?
It had the name Speed Racer on it, so I
Speed-
thought it
Speed
might,
Racer.
might be a racing game. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did try though,
They did.
because they got him like swinging on a rope and him saying something like "My greatest adventures," and it's like, oh, maybe there's more to this.
Can't wait
game
to
than
jump.
racing.
Which is, by the way, the name of the game. It's
Right.
Speed Racer in My Most Dangerous Adventures.
no, my most dangerous adventures.
No. It's in My Most Dangerous Adventures. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward box art. I mean,
Him swinging on a rope.
I expected it to be a racing game. I was sort of pleasantly surprised that there was also a side-scrolling kind of platforming element in there. An effort at it, anyway.
An effort was made.
An effort was in fact made. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. I wouldn't have expected anything less from the box art. But I have a funny little anecdote to bring up about this game.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to announce that the dueling randomizers is now never going to happen again.
So we got one and done.
I got one and done because I've decided I don't need my Retroid. I'm going to sell it.
Yeah, I saw that on the Discord.
I've got my Mac now. That's mine. I've got RetroArch running on it.
Sure.
Bless you.
And I can use I've got an Xbox controller. I can play it on that. I can see it. I can sit on my couch with it. I can do all that stuff. I don't need another handheld. And I just kind of got excited about it and then realized I didn't really need this. So I'm selling
I don't know
it,
what you're talking about.
right? I'm selling it and I'm not going to be doing the dueling randomizer thing anymore. But
Fuck it, I'll buy it. So we can do it. We'll just keep it here.
keep it here on the table. Sold.
I did when you posted it. I was like, man, I wonder if you'd sell it to me for just a little bit less than that.
Probably.
And then I was like, stop it. Fucking stop it. You literally just bought a new Game Boy Color from Big Nick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn after buying a new GBA from Chris Vaughn after buying a Steam Deck. No, don't buy the Retroid.
Let me know if you decide to buy that. Dave.
All right, yeah, I'll be in touch.
But the dueling randomizer, the second randomizer, the son of randomizer, while its life was short, it burned so brightly because when we did it, and this was on January 11th. This is the last time we recorded. I actually had that written down, so I didn't need you to actually look it up earlier when we talked about it.
111.
Forgot it was in my notes here. We rolled the Exertainment Mountain Bike
Right.
Rally,
That's I forgot about this. You're right.
which was, and you rolled. If
Speed
you want
Racer.
to, if you want to go back and listen to this at 2 hours 30 minutes in that episode from January 11th, I rolled the Exertainment Mountain Bike Rally. Dave rolled at 2 hours 31 minutes Speed Racer. What we didn't know at the time is these two games were the only two games configured to work with the Life Fitness Exertainment brand stationary bike that had an electronic component that could be linked to the Super Nintendo and that you could do a combo game created for this and play and ride the bike. Both games were released separately, but this is the only time, these are the only two games that came out that were compatible with this bike. The mountain bike rally was best known as Cannondale Cup, released on its own.
Yeah, re-releases as Cannondale Cup, but like they also had a combo version of that and Speed Racer, which I mean
That's what it was just fucked
Never
up.
seen
That
it's a super expensive. one.
right. It's a very expensive cart.
I've got the numbers on that for later, but
Yeah.
it was just funny to me that we
know.
rolled those two games
I know.
that happened to be a part of a very rare combo
Yeah.
game.
The odds on
Pack-in.
that would be super.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It is nuts. I felt like that was the best
I
time
know,
to
man.
end the dueling randomizers
Oh, I
because
see, yeah.
we'll never have something that cool happen again. I don't believe it's
Yeah.
possible.
I thought maybe you got mad at it. You're like, we didn't even pick what you rolled, fucker. I'm selling you. I'm selling you.
It's formatted. It's gone.
Yeah.
I've sent its soul into whatever oblivion happens when you format an Android
You
device.
just throw an SD card to a pond, Noble Park. Take that.
Duck eats it. You're duck shit now.
Now my duck can play PS2 games.
You played it on Duck, man. You haven't had the definite experience of God of War when you played on Duck.
Pixels are so sharp on duck. You won't believe.
Everything looks like a duck, but it's sharp as fuck. So yeah, that was my neat little takeaway from that whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great coincidence. I love that it worked out that way. I also thought it was funny that none of us knew that until after.
The fact.
But hey, we learned. That's part of why we do this, right?
Exactly.
So we can learn and grow spiritually as people.
Well, if you were to compare your experience playing this game to a movie,
Speed Racer.
Xavier's a Speed Racer.
Christina Ricci, Matthew Fox, John Goodman.
Who plays Speed Racer?
Some guy, I don't know.
Some dude. You
You guys probably know him, but I don't know the actor.
Okay.
And I didn't know him, so I didn't write his name down, so I can't tell you.
Well, I'm going to say Fast and the Furious 10.
Is that a thing that's out?
I think it's the
They're up to
most
10?
It's the most goofy with Vin Diesel platforming and driving cars
Okay. Yeah.
through the air and jumping and all sorts of weird, ridiculous shit.
It's a guilty
So,
pleasure for sure. It's crazy.
I think for a lot of people, because they're
love
very
them.
popular.
I love those movies, but not because I take them seriously.
Sure.
There's a couple of moments in the earlier films that are really good, solid moments and they do. Fast and Furious does pay a really nice tribute to Paul Walker because he passed away.
Yeah.
Tragically.
Sure.
In an accident that wasn't even his fault. So they do send him up real nice, and they do. They're always making jokes about family.
Yeah.
But
They should buy an Olive Garden.
You could tell that they were real close.
Yeah.
They were close, and that his loss was felt by the team, by the people in that movie. So yeah, but I do the action and the stuff that they do in there is just so fucking over the top, and I love it. So
How many are they up to?
there's 10.
Oh, 10 is the most recent
the
one.
most
Okay,
recent
okay.
one, yeah. As of this recording,
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
listening to this in 10 years,
Yeah.
it's probably been 2 more. I think they're gonna stop soon.
Really?
I think they're about done. And they tried to get Dwayne Johnson to be in it, and he's already said, "I'm not going to be in these more other fucking movies anymore."
He and Vin Diesel hate each other.
Well, they only because there was some. They didn't hate each other initially, and they don't necessarily hate each other now. The drama that came out of that was that Vin Diesel publicly went on out there and said that they've been in negotiations talking with Dwayne Johnson, and he's all but signed on for the final movie. And Dwayne Johnson came out and was like, "Yo, that is not true, and I'm still not going to be in it." So
No, you guys, Black Adam is going to be huge.
oh my God, I watched Black Adam. Notice it didn't make my list.
It did not.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Keeps coming back. Comes right back to good old Forrest,
man.
everybody.
I know.
My movie, or what were you? You said Fast and Furious 10, right?
10, yep.
Mine, I picked
Forrest Gump.
Ford versus Ferrari. Ford versus Ferrari with Christian Bale, Matt Damon.
You talked about that before. Yeah.
Back, it took place that Grand Prix that in the '60s that. The Grand Prix races, like what Speed Racer was always in.
Is that what you called those kinds of races? Because it's not like you do laps.
You do laps on big, long, giant tracks that are a couple of 2 or 3 miles long.
Okay.
It's like a rally,
Okay.
but they call it Grand Prix.
You're the only you are the speed racer. You're the only person I don't know, Tyler. Have you ever raced in a car before?
No.
Me neither. And you got
I
experience.
mean, if
in
you
this.
got driving a Paducah really fast, I don't know, with your friends
No,
when
that-
you're like
Yeah, don't
16.
do that.
that's just
Yeah.
illegal. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, man, I drove 110 down going from Murray to Paducah. My friends and I trying to make a movie really fast.
That is kind of a race.
So if you want to call that a race.
We used to do, like, mostly what we would do is drag strip races, just straight line, quarter mile. We lived our lives a quarter mile at a time.
Okay. That seems like it's a line from a movie.
It's from Fast and Furious. But we eventually, when I had my little Miata, we would do, there were rally races, which was short tracks that had lots of turns and curves, and like you would go around orange cones. Like they would lay out a track of cones.
Okay.
Like it wasn't paved in this way.
Gotcha.
Like it is like in the game, for example.
Sure.
But like big Grand Prix rally races and like in the movie Ford versus Ferrari, that was the big deal. That was sort of everyone's NASCAR. There wasn't really as big of a deal about NASCAR, which is just an oval track.
Right.
This was more, you got to know, you got to turn, you got to brake, you've got to drive, you know. And Ford Motor Company entered into the fray trying to build the king of Grand Prix race cars that was fast, nimble, handled well, and built the GT40 came out of this, which is a fucking amazing car. And the reason I picked it is just because it took place around that same time that Speed Racer came out.
Same topic, too. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It was all that same kind of thing, and it was very... I've got a very Speed Racer vibe from Ford versus Ferrari, which is why I really like the movie. So that's my pick.
cool. So is NASCAR essentially like the equivalent of like a marathon foot race? Like, I mean, is that is that, I guess I don't understand NASCAR. Because it is an oval track and they just go for a long time.
Yep.
Okay,
It's
so
like
that's it.
It's like endurance and
Right. Okay.
speed, and it used to just be you could, if you win, if you weren't first, you were last. So
Uh-huh.
you just win, and you just keep winning, and you keep winning, and you keep winning. Now it's more like a tournament style, like a league style. They've got it made in a way that it's like you can you earn points.
Okay.
It's on a point-based system now, to where you don't necessarily have to win every race to be the champion. I do not understand it. I don't watch NASCAR either.
That was going to be my next question is do you like it? Do you watch it?
I will watch NASCAR if the coverage is exciting. In other words, if they have cameras in places there shouldn't be cameras,
Yeah.
and they use those a lot, where you see the car go vroom, 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 you know, like right past the camera, and the camera's all shaking and shit, or there's like dash cams and stuff, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
that now.
That sounds exciting.
I will watch because that's fun, and I
Yeah.
would love to go to a NASCAR race in person once just to feel it, because I've heard it's just like, I've been to a monster truck rally, and that's nuts because it's so loud and the whole earth shakes, and it's fucking cool. But I want to see those cars go fast.
So it might be kind of like a hockey game
Probably.
where it's like
Yeah.
not so great on TV, but in
Much better
person.
live,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to do that, but so I'm not the authority on NASCAR by any means. I know a little bit.
Here you are.
I know a little bit. So yeah.
Well, all I know is raise hell, praise Dale. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Everybody, when I was in elementary school and middle school, that's what everybody at church would talk about. I knew fucking nothing about it. So I've heard a bunch of names.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it whatsoever.
My
But, man,
father-in-law
it was the most
was-
popular thing when I was at church.
Oh, dude, my father-in-law was into it big time. You go to his house on a Sunday, and there was always NASCAR going.
Yeah.
During in season.
I won't kill this goddamn Jeff Gordon. Yeah, lots of hate on Jeff Gordon.
I worked for a place that was a fucking drop ship for a NASCAR memorabilia catalogs.
Really?
Yeah, it was a shitty job. Shitty.
What about a Nick Cage movie? We got a Nick Cage movie.
I do.
Go on, good sir.
Drive Angry. I would love to watch the Speed Racer version where Speed comes back from hell and I don't know, tries to save Chim Chim or something.
He's in the trunk. He's been in the trunk the whole,
whole time.
Speed.
Drive Angry.
Mm-hmm.
But you, Ian?
Gone in 60 Seconds.
That was mine as well.
Kind of on the nose, but that's all I really had the energy to come up with. A lot of crazy driving in that movie.
I loved that movie. Fucking loved it. This game, not so much. That movie, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was a
Wanted
big
a
deal.
Shelby Mustang after that movie.
Everybody did.
Well, can we say 3 good things about this game?
It's gonna be hard.
Yep.
I have a few.
I've got a few as well, but I bet they coincide because there
Probably,
there
because it's
aren't
not
a
a-
lot of good things about this game.
Well, and the game's not terribly deep.
no,
There's not a lot to it.
no.
I think it's a good concept.
Yeah.
The racing and the platforming to capture the spirit of the show.
I've seen worse uses
Good
of Mode
idea.
7.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't
you're
say
not.
it was perfect.
No.
I'm just saying I've seen worse.
No, you're not wrong. But this is what is it? It is a Mode 7 racer, and if anybody knows Super Nintendo games, that means something to them. Yeah, totally. It's just, I agree, but
Yeah.
man, it's like I feel like there's only one Mode 7 racer I've ever played that's been like, it's fun, and that was Mario Kart. And I feel like all of the other ones are like, we desperately want to make a Mario Kart. But however, the Mario Kart works because they're in go-karts.
Right.
It's fucking slow, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's Speed Racer.
You're going like 200
It's
miles an hour.
Crazy. It's crazy. And then they're like, yeah, you're going like 200 miles an hour. They're like, you're still not going to win unless you're pressing turbo boost the whole fucking race.
Oh, and
dog.
Never won a race. Never won.
If you see a
Like
hairpin,
3 times,
You're
3 or 4
the
times, never
fastest
won.
car in the world.
Yep, not gonna do it.
hairpin curve coming up, take a sharp left and jump.
Yeah, no shit.
Just jump.
Right. With your jump.
Boing.
Yeah.
Boing. I thought the music was okay. I thought they got pretty good music in there. And this is all in one for me. Just like the music, graphics were fine. I like the graphics okay. I liked the platforming look. I thought it was kind of neat that the guys all looked like stick figures a little bit.
I thought they all looked like a weird version of Mac Tonight from the old McDonald's commercial.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
With the moon head.
Yeah.
I like the art style of it being like there being a distinct black outline around the characters. Made it look more cartoony.
Yeah, totally.
To me. And then there's the Mach 5. I love the fact that the Mach 5 had fucking saw blades on the front of it, just like in the show. When you cut through something in the middle of the road, it goes, like a saw.
Yep.
And then I liked that you did not have to win to advance. You could place first, second, or third
Not me.
to go forward.
That's why I'm on mic number 4 because it's the place I always got in those races.
Just barely.
Number
huh?
4.
And then this was a good thing, but it was kind of like I don't know if it's a good thing, but to me it was, and I bit windy, but bear with me. I think they kind of perfectly captured the essence of Speed Racer
Okay.
because the thing I do remember about this show was that kid was so goddamn obsessed with racing. Nothing else mattered.
They did name him Speed.
And everything, I know, right? And everything that was not racing was an annoyance. And in this game, there's a level where you got to rescue Trixie from Mount Doom.
Uh-huh.
It's called Mount Doom. Stolen
She's the One
straight
Ring.
from Tolkien. And he gets
Trixie Hobbit.
but Trixie Hobbit. She got great big feet.
Oh, that was good.
I mean, I didn't write it. It's just in the movie.
Near the end of the game, Speed Racer gets a letter from his nemesis, Captain Terror. And this is in the game.
Yeah.
And it reads, Speed Racer, if you ever want to see your girlfriend Trixie again, you'll pull out of the next race. Signed, Captain Terror. P.S. I'm holding her at Mount Doom. And then he goes, I'll never pull out of the race. And And then he says, I guess I'll go rescue Trixie. So he goes and he rescues her.
Joke's on you. I never pull out.
Right. I thought the same thing.
So I'm not going to rescue Trixie.
I
don't make a lot of money racing.
I'm going to mount her to her doom and never pull out. And then he rescues Trixie. And she's all thankful. Oh, thank God, Speed, you rescued me. It was getting so cold up here.
Yeah.
He goes, don't mention it. Hey, we better go. The Alpine race starts soon.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Priorities.
look right in front of you,
He
man.
knows them. He knows his racing. Number one.
They nailed that in the game. And that was I loved that whole little cutscene. Dearest Speed Racer.
There
Yours
is
in
no
Christ,
music here.
Captain Terror. Captain Terror.
I think you could play as Racer X as well.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Matthew Fox's own.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only good things I have to say about that game. About this game.
I am surprised that I have actually some other good things to say about this game. I think it's because I think, Ian, you and I are a little far apart, but we'll get into that, I think, in a moment. I definitely agree, and this is on my list. You mentioned the circular saws. I think it's great that they did include everything that the Mach 5 can do.
Right.
They included it in the game. They got the circular saws. They got the hydro jacks that you use to jump, which is not what it's designed for, but that's what it's always used for.
Right.
Like in the beginning episode,
It's
they're
just
like,
to work on the car, but
right.
in this one case, to save our asses, we're going to use it in an unconventional way.
Right. That happens every time.
time. What about the hydro jack, Speed?
So it's got the circular saws. It's got the jacks. It's got the robot bird that flies out of the hood.
Yes.
That controls itself. If you get off the track, the robot
flies
bird
up.
flies up and shows you how to get back on the track. Sometimes it's wrong. And then they've got this one was kind of easy, I guess, but it's got the fourth button that you press on the steering wheel encapsulates the Mach 5's cabin in a waterproof bubble, essentially. And it's like, okay, well, there are levels in the game where you go in the water and you don't instantly lose the race. So
right.
I guess there's that. And then the other one is weirdly, I don't think the turbo. Maybe turbo wasn't a thing you press on the steering wheel, but there's turbo in the game. The other one is the tire grips.
Yeah.
This one is a weird one because in the show, you use the tire grips to get more traction. And they even say, like, I remember watching it. We watched it together as a family. And I remember they say it distributes 5,000 horsepower to each wheel.
Jesus.
I know. And I turned to Henry and I was like, I don't know anything about cars, but that's too much.
One train engine does 5,000 horsepower. A train.
But in the game, all it does is makes you slower.
Yeah.
Which is nice because it's like, oh man, this thing handles now. But the drawback is you're going half your speed.
Everything passes you. Yeah.
So I didn't like how they handled that, but I do like that they included it. I also thought that the levels, the platforming levels, the locations I thought were really neat. The first one, I didn't get as far in this game as you did, Ian, because I didn't get to Mount Doom.
I level skipped around just to see.
I got through a couple levels and then I watched a long play.
It's smart. I mean, I feel like that's a smart move. I
couldn't beat a single level.
Yeah.
Period. Skipping around, trying, racing, couldn't be a single one.
I think that the racing levels, I feel like the racing portions were very difficult. Are much more difficult than the platforming levels.
They phoned in the platforming levels.
They totally
there was
did.
Nothing really to them.
And I'll definitely there's some things in the platforming levels I'm going to stress when we get to the negatives.
Same.
But for the positives, I did think that the locations were interesting.
Yeah, they were. And I mean, you had, fire, desert, ice. All of the elements were working.
Water
there.
with
Water,
the intro on the ship. It was very Indiana Jones vibes.
Yes, definitely.
Which
the temple and the lava and the ice that looked like Chrono Trigger. I just thought Chrono Trigger the ice mountain level because the footholds.
I didn't get to the ice level, unfortunately. But yeah, totally. I mean, I got like Indiana Jones vibes from it, and to Speed Racer's detriment, because Indiana Jones was like a much more enjoyable platformer than the platforming segments in this game were.
Yeah, it was. That's a hard thing for me to say, but yeah, it was.
Well, they thought we got to do something different. Let's do a driving / platformer, but they couldn't put 100% into either one.
I know.
So they kind of put 75 and 25 into the driving and platforming respectively.
Because they all the character designs when you're platforming, they still look pretty noodly.
Yeah,
Like,
They do.
Don't
They do.
have,
and
They look like, it's like
didn't
Taffy
mind
from
it.
Clay
They
Fighters,
did.
but only as
I think
Taffy.
Taffy. I think that was. I might even mark that in a good thing
I
because
kinda did.
it's
Yeah.
indicative of the cartoon.
Plus, it helps, I think, with the movement.
Yeah,
I felt like it moved.
it's fluid.
It was very fluid.
It was
yeah.
fluid.
Mhm.
I agree. And yeah, I mean, when you're talking about the graphics, there are some. I'll agree to a point because it's like, yeah, a lot of the animation, they cared about the animation. Because they're fluid animation, and that's nice. My last good thing was that I liked the way the races were handled, because it's like the first race is your basic, like, you're on a track and you're doing short laps, and then I liked that. Like, there are a few races where it's like there are no laps. It's just
like
a 12-mile.
12-mile long track.
And I thought that was neat because I'm not used to playing racing games like that. So to me, that was like a novelty, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that. So that's it. All the good things I have to say.
about bad things. If we can find any.
I mean, I
gonna be
thought
tough.
I thought some of the races were too fucking long. It just, even the 3-lap races felt like they went too long, and that you just had to fight too hard, and it just was like a grind almost.
Yeah.
Where, again, you're taking mode 7, and they really tried. It had the hills and the dips, and when you go down a hill, you could see farther ahead, and
Yeah.
they had that figured out, but it just felt like it went on too long, and it was just too easy to cheat. Like, it did not give a fuck where your car really was. Normally, like in Mario Kart, for example, when you go off track, you visibly slow down. Your people zoop, 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 zoop past you. This was like, I'll just jump.
Right.
I'll just jump.
Yep.
I'm in the grass, jump. I got to turn. Fuck it. I'm not turning. I'm jumping. The fact that you could use the jump so much, just endlessly without penalty, felt like a gimme. It felt like that should have been limited to
All the other abilities
all the other
are.
stuff was
Yeah.
limited. I thought, especially like in the platforming levels, while the locations, I agree, were very cool, and there was some interesting climbing and jumping and bridge or rope crossing elements in there that I liked.
I like that too.
But I felt like some of the backgrounds blended in too much with some of the elements in the foreground.
Sure.
Like in the Aztec level,
Yeah, that one's
the fire was the same that would shoot out of a statue's mouth was the same color as the background. So
Right.
you really couldn't see that there was fire there unless you happened to notice the animation.
Yeah.
And you get hit.
And you saying that reminded me of something that I should have included on the good list, and that is, this is gonna sound crazy, but I thought the level design for an open level design, I felt like it was pretty good. Like, the levels are pretty small, and they're easy to navigate in the sense that it's simple enough where it's like if you start at the left, your goal is going to be at the right. But it kind of branches and has these.
You got to go down, up, across, back,
Yeah.
up, over. Yeah, Mount Doom was like that.
And I thought it was fun to like explore. Like this is rare for me, so I noticed it. But it was fun for me to like explore and find like it was small enough that I felt like I was never really going out of my way to explore.
Right.
I don't like that. One of the things I complain about in like games like Metroid is like I feel like if I explore and I go the wrong way, I'm making a huge commitment. That's like, man, it's gonna suck if this is the wrong way and I gotta backtrack for 3 minutes. Granted, Speed Racer's not that kind of game, but it felt like, oh, I can explore around a little bit because if I go the wrong way,
yeah,
it's just going to be a couple seconds back, and I might find a green flag to
Agreed.
refill all my health. And
Agreed.
So I like that,
'Cause I just got ganked if I went the wrong way.
homie. Boy, all right.
Dude, 2 enemies. I was.
Oh
dead.
my
Fucking
god,
enemies.
dude! There are no frames of invulnerability in this game. Like if you are hit by an enemy, you're gonna get hit. Again. You got to run, man, because it's like, and if there are 3 enemies,
Fucking
you are done, dude.
get out.
You're
Get out.
done.
Run.
You're done.
The
man.
fucking train. Oh my god, that
I
was
didn't get
just.
to play the train.
There was
that was
a
just
point.
run and jump, and you fall. You're dead. Start all over.
And at
run
the
and jump,
end,
run and jump. Ugh.
at the end, this is one of the ones I watched on the long play. The guy that was playing would fight, and he was like, no. Eventually, he fucking said, nope.
Yeah, you can't.
And
You can't do
ran
it.
for it. And one of the last cars, which was maybe about half the width of the screen, there were 20 enemies
Oh my
on that
God.
one
You can't fucking do
platform.
it.
There would have been no fucking way to beat them. None. He did the exact right thing, which is run. He found basically one little gap in the guys, took a couple hits of damage, and just fucking gunned for the end of the train. Because
But if you
it
don't
would
hit
have
it
been-
just right, you fall off. Like the level's bullshit.
and there was no like screen clear or better moves or powerful kicks or any frames of invincibility. That was one of my
It
bad
needs
things.
that.
It needed
some breathing room
additional
after you're hit.
That and some additional fighting or a screen clear, like maybe like the turbo function where you got 1 or 2 maybe that you can use in a level,
Like
or if
Indy's grenade.
exactly
Yeah.
something that just gives you some breathing room.
Yeah.
But it's just not there. You've got a kick and a jump kick, but it's not really a jump kick. It's just a jump and a kick.
Why do they give you punches?
I don't
Did
know.
any of you use a punch? And they even give you a special punch. You can do an uppercut, which I was reading in the instruction
never did
manual. I was
an
like,
uppercut.
that's
Didn't know
rad.
that.
It's not. It fucking sucks.
Is
Kick.
It's
just
kick.
Just
yeah.
kick. You got the reach. They should have I don't understand what developers were ever thinking when they did this. They're like, well, there's one option for attack that's clearly better than these 2 other options, but I don't know. It'd just be weird if you didn't punch. So I guess put it in.
Yeah.
Nah, we're good. just kick. And then I
thought it was too fucking hard.
it was
Period.
hard,
Period.
and
I
I
thought it was
think
too hard.
one of the things I was getting to was the difference in the traction. There was really none. No, regardless of what track I was on, I didn't feel like I was driving on ice.
different terrain.
It was just
Yeah.
the track.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all need to put in some physics here. Some
Physics.
physics. Make the sand thick.
Yeah. There are
Or make the ice slick.
slick. There are what do they call them, dust pools in the desert or whatever, where it does it slows you down
A little, but just jump
right.
'em. Just jump.
Just that's
That's
what you're supposed
what
to
this
do.
game should have been called. Speed Racer in.
Jump and
just
drop,
jump.
man.
I want to go back to you talking about the difficulty, Tyler, because I agree that this game is more difficult than I feel like it should be.
And I played on normal.
Yeah. And there's 2 options. There's normal and hard, because I looked for it easy.
Yep.
But I think this game is a forgiving game, but I also think it's as forgiving as it is, it's also unfair. Because a lot of the times I died, I felt like, well, that was bullshit because it was just 3 dudes showed up and I couldn't get away because they were, it's like it was just constant hitting. Which I get it. They're bad guys. They're supposed to hit you, but it never felt fair.
Right.
They did a bad job of making the combat feel fair at all. But it's forgiving because it's like you can continue for as long as day, and you get passwords at the end of each race. So I feel like it's one of those where it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a situation where it's like, well, you died. You got to start all over from the very beginning. So I think it was a good decision that they decided to implement a password system.
Yeah,
And give you unlimited continues.
Because I had to, because it's just like I've done this race like 3 times. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So okay, we're just gonna jump around levels. I couldn't get halfway through any level. I got the furthest in the ice level, like where you're jumping and climbing, but even then, I got to a point where it was just like slip, fall way the fuck down, climb over, slip the same place, fall all the way back. Okay, fuck it.
It's full of unfun stuff like that because it's like even on the first level when you're on a ocean liner.
Yeah.
There's a segment where it's like you're climbing on these, I guess they're masts. That doesn't really make sense, I guess, but masts. And right, I mean, that's what they are though, right?
Cell towers.
Yeah, cell towers.
Radio antenna.
And it's like I remember I jumped on one and there's this tiny rat on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're
Tiny rat.
He can
they're in-
murder you.
fucking Agrabah too. Like, can fucking kill you.
It was like, it hurts me. Like, it hurts me bad.
Yep.
Like,
At first I thought
How
it was
the
a
fuck do I
spider.
get it? Yeah.
and then
They're everywhere.
not only that, but there's this segment where it's like you get to the top of the mast and then you have to climb horizontally on some ropes, on some rigging, and 2 seagulls.
The seagulls.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't fight them because you're climbing, and they just dive bomb over and over again.
Yep.
And it's like this is an example of how it doesn't feel fair because it's like
And you jump down, it's 2 guys over there just kicking the shit out of you immediately.
it's just wild, man. It's like shitty Ninja Gaiden in like that regard, where it's like. But in that game, I always felt like, I got.
What if you sucked the bird for tougher?
Right.
Ninja Gaiden, Speed Racer.
Speed Racer and
Yeah.
Speed
shitty
guide.
Ninja Gaiden.
Exactly.
With driving. Now
Now
with
with
driving.
driving. Yeah.
The platforming did feel a little water world-ish to me,
Yeah, I can see that.
Definitely.
to where the levels are kind of spread out, open, not crazy,
Right.
but just with no fucking power-ups or anything.
Yeah, that is true. That's
No
a really good.
projectiles.
That's
so.
a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, the most you could do is pick up those little green flags, which
Yep.
would heal you. That's about it.
Well, where did it lose you?
It was pretty early in the
yeah.
racing for me. I just found the racing to be lackluster and hard to do. If it had been anything but the Mach 5, I'd have put it away right away, you know? One of the other things I was going to mention about bad and good was just there just wasn't enough Mach 5 in it. You know, like even when you're on the train, when you get to the end, because all you're doing is trying to save the Mach 5 in this fucking game, is protect your fucking car.
Yeah.
But it gets to the end of the train and the Mach 5 is parked on a platform car and you see it for like half a second and then it goes away.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just the driving immediately put me off. It had potential and they just kind of blew it. And I just didn't feel like I was going to enjoy it almost right off the bat. They give you a test track, which is neat, so you can kind of get used to driving the car when
Could
you're
you
not in the
figure
game.
out a way to exit?
Nope.
I reset my console.
I just had to
Yeah.
drop.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I had to stop and reset.
What the
I
fuck,
don't
man?
know.
It wouldn't have bothered me
I'm
so
pushing
much.
every button.
But I'm doing video capture, and it's like, motherfucker, I gotta reset this thing in the middle of video capture.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But yeah, it was pretty early on. Again, the platforming stuff sort of brought me back into it. But
Oh
at the
man,
end-
that was like, oh, this is the final nail.
yeah, but
When
at
I
the
got
end
to
of the
that.
day, I was just kind of like, nah,
Yep.
not really, not really. I don't know what I expected,
Yeah.
but I'd have liked like a Micro Machines style
Yeah,
racing,
something
you
or a
know?
Like an
better-
isometric kind of deal.
yeah, yeah, I think
That
that
could've
would have
been
been
nice.
neat, but yeah.
I lost me right away too. When I first got in, even on that test track, because I did the test track first, it was like, oh man, this feels real shitty.
Yeah.
It felt real shitty, and it was like the Mach 5 does not handle. Like, I mean,
No.
it's slippery as shit, and it's just like it. And it's chugging along because it's a Mode 7 racer. It's chugging along at a low frame rate. And it's like, I felt like even if I just tap the D-pad, just tap it. Yeah.
Tappy
I
tap.
mean, it's like I tap it to the right and it's like 30 degrees. And it's like, motherfucker, no. Like, he's up, man. Like,
And there was no finesse, you know.
No,
there was
there's
no like
none.
a break, no drifting. Obviously, it's Mode 7. They hadn't really quite figured out the drifting mechanic that sort of comes with Mario Kart, like later versions of it and stuff. Could you drift in Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo?
yeah, you could, but it involved jumping. You had to
Hop,
jump.
you do a little
You had
hop.
to do a
and
hop
then
and then R or L.
shake that booty. Hop, shake that booty.
Yep.
Yeah, I know the one. But I feel like a drift was vital in this, needed to be there. It needed to be in this game.
You could kind of do it with R and L, but it's not in the same, like Mario Kart, like definitely took drifting, and maybe a game did it before it. I don't know, but it definitely took it to another level when it's like, if you drift, you do get a bonus, you do get a benefit from doing that.
Right.
Because you could do it in Super Mario Kart, but you didn't get like a speed boost or anything
Right.
for doing it. There wasn't like a direct mechanical reward for
yeah,
it.
and like Mario Kart 8,
Oh yeah, you have to.
I'm in a
it's-
constant
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
drift in
The
that
longer
game.
you can drift, the better.
that's why I dominate in my house, because
Yeah.
nobody in my house knows how to drift.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
those
just like,
poor people. Yeah.
bam, bam, just popping it,
Yeah.
just hitting it. I'm like done. I'm in there getting a cup of coffee while they're finishing the race.
But yeah, I mean, it immediately felt bad. It immediately felt bad, and it's not a good way to start a racing game.
It's like, oh man, there's a frame. There's a frame.
Yeah,
There's a frame.
and it was hard on my eyes, just because it's jerky. you know,
Yeah.
because it's just not
it's like
smooth.
a flip. It's a flip book. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that Super Mario Kart's real silky smooth either, but it doesn't have that strobing effect.
Well, that
on
and-
me at least.
that, and they're dealing with a smaller landscape and smaller assets
Right.
that would definitely
Right.
definitely work better
it's a go kart track.
in the go-kart
Yep.
game that's Mode 7 versus giant cars.
Yes.
That when you turn the Mach 5, it's just literally jerk.
yeah,
turn.
it's a big car.
It's a big car.
Yeah.
And they can't animate, 70 frames between the turns because there's just not, the technology wasn't there.
We're out of frames.
And it was rough. It was rough.
Another thing that I really hated was that there was no mini map of the track. I get it; it's a Super Nintendo game, but I have seen it done many times.
I needed that too.
Or they don't even show you the track
Ever.
I mean, yeah,
You're flying blind through
yes,
the whole thing. You
you're
have no
sight
planning.
reading the entire track.
And they give you plenty of warnings.
Kind of.
on
They
the-
do. They give you signs.
Yeah, sign-
but they're
road
too
signs.
late.
They're late and they're tiny.
They are
don't,
super
you know,
tiny.
like they figured out a long time ago that in a lot of racing games, like Mario Kart, for example, the wall in front of you points with arrows. Like you can't miss it. You could
Right.
be half a mile away.
Yeah, or they'll be on the
and
track
see,
itself.
I got a fucking sharp right coming up.
Prepare for it.
Or
Right.
or you've got a mini map showing you where you are, where your fucking competitors are.
Yeah.
And there needed to be some other visual cue
Yeah.
to the racing
This game was just
component.
lousy with hairpin turn right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even in a real Grand Prix, the racers have some clue as to what the track is like
Yeah,
before they can walk the track if they want to.
Dude, they don't even show you the track like in as a loading screen
No.
or anything like some racing games do, where it's like just to give you, hey man, here's a heads up. There are like 4 nasty hairpin turns on this.
And there was no discernible pattern to the track. Like
Yeah,
obviously,
it's like they were randomly generating a track.
I was
as you were
thinking it
driving.
seemed like it was just randomly being
If they were
generated.
doing
You know,
that-
it was a roguelike.
That'd be- yeah, look, if they were doing that, this would be an incredible game.
impressive
That would
as
be
fuck.
incredible. Yeah, very impressive.
Because then it adds another level to, well, it's different every time.
right, but it's not what they're doing.
Not what they're doing. It's just
It would be forgivable, right?
I would love to see a drawing of the track.
Of the track.
I guarantee you it would look like someone sneezed while they were drawing the line, you know.
That water track is just like it's fucking crazy, dude.
But yeah, and the thing is, it's like the laps seem too long, but the track was so fucking screwy that even because the laps in the lap versions, not the like 13-mile track, but
Right.
you got to do 3 laps. The lap is so fucking long, you're not going to remember anything about it. So therefore, you're just going to be. It's like you're driving it the first time every time.
Right. And they reuse so many assets on the course.
You don't know how far along
Dude,
you are.
I was like doing the fire mountain, the lava one,
Yeah.
and it was like, did I do this already? Like, I mean, like there were parts of the course where I'm like, okay, they're just reusing a part that I just did, right?
Uh-huh.
And it goes on for so long that I got to a point where it was like, did I just do a lap or is this still the same long
Right.
course? And it was just,
And the fact that you don't have an idea of the track layout or where you are makes it feel longer.
it does.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I don't think they were going for that. I think they just left out some important shit when
And
they made the game.
Not to mention that every car you're racing against is slightly faster than the Mach 5.
Just a little bit. Slightly faster than the fastest car on the planet.
It's ridiculous. I mean, but then it's like, I guess doing a speed racer game is like akin to writing a Superman story where it's like, I don't know, man, what are you going to, it's a racing game. You can't be the fastest car.
Right. Or else you just, why bother?
Right.
Well, it's just a buy, rent, or a birthday.
Well, I will tell you that if anyone wants to buy it, you're going to be spending a little money. If you want and I don't know about the loose,
Right,
I don't
sure.
know about the price line thing.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, for me personally, this would have been a rent. I would have been upset if I'd have bought this one.
Yeah.
But the Exer bike on eBay right now, right
Meow?
right fucking meow. $4,875 for the bike.
For the
Just
bike.
the bike. Okay.
Okay.
The dual cartridge.
$2,000.
Do you want to cover that, or do you want me to talk about that one?
I don't have it. So you
Okay.
talk about it.
The
My guess
special-
is $2,000.
The special dual cartridge. This is sealed
Oh, fuck.
in box
Jesus Christ.
on eBay.
They have one listed? Or is this just
It's
previous
listed.
sales? Wow. Okay.
$13,500 for this bad boy. It is super fucking rare.
Yeah.
And
Worth it. Seems worth it to me, guys.
pre-owned.
Yeah, man.
The dual
That's
cartridge.
what I'll get next year for Christmas.
Yeah, let's all go in on this, right? It'll increase in value.
Yeah.
Now, you did say you did not have the dual cartridge as your price line, right?
Sure don't.
The dual cartridge pre-owned loose time of this recording,
$2,000?
according to I don't know what, $3,000.
$3,000. Damn.
That's a rare boy.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes,
Damn.
to answer your question, I would not have bought this. I would have rented it and been glad I rented it to know that I don't want to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
When Speed Racer was having a resurgence in the 90s, there was a Speed Racer shirt that I wanted, probably at Hot Topic. Can't really remember, but probably. It was a white t-shirt. It was a ringer tee that had speed on the front with like a checkered flag in the back. And I was like, I want that shirt. And I never bought it. I would never buy this game either. This is a rent for me.
I would buy this shirt.
The shirt.
I'd buy this shirt now.
I didn't. Yeah, I was like, I didn't have that Apex money yet. I had that Olive Garden money.
I get it. I get it.
I couldn't afford the Speed Racer shirt. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if I saw it and it was cheap enough, sure, I'd buy it for the collection. But if we're talking like when this game came out kind of deal,
Yeah.
no, not,
Pre-collector days.
not a chance. No, it's a rent.
I think it was one of those that I fully believe was intended to be a rental. I don't think anyone was ever intended to own this game.
Okay, I have a theory on this. The instruction manual. Did you guys check it out by any chance?
Mm-mm.
Okay, here's what it is. It's kind of interesting, not to me, but this told me who this game is for. This is really just for Speed Racer fans. Like, they weren't trying to make a good video game. More than half of the instruction manual is a manual for the Mach 5.
Oh, that is cool.
It's cool.
See, I get that. That makes sense to me.
It's cool, but I mean, to me, that translates. I mean, because like,
but I'm buying a $40 book or
Right.
$50 book
and it's like,
booklet.
and it, you would see instruction manuals where it's like, we can fit this into 4 pages. But this is a long instruction manual that like the first half about reads like a tech manual for the Mach 5. And it's like, it doesn't even there's a section in the instruction manual that's like how to play the game. Everything else in it is
Fan
This was fan
is,
service
yeah.
collector piece.
this is
type stuff.
Yeah, I think this was that lends me to believe that they made this and they were like, collectors are gonna buy. Speed Racers kind of having a resurgence right now. We own this IP.
Yeah.
Let's make something for the collectors and put more effort. Because I mean,
Let's put it on a bike and make it for the real
The bike thing
collectors.
confuses
Yeah.
the shit out of me. It's like,
I don't know how that one worked.
Why
Yeah.
Speed Racer? I get the mountain bike challenge,
Right,
thing,
right.
but not Speed Racer. But I could see having a copy of Speed Racer SNES game on your shelf of Speed Racer collectibles,
Right.
That would, and the booklet and all that. That to me makes sense as far as why they would do that, because, right, like you said, it's for the fans.
It was wild. I've never seen, like, even in like Super Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see stuff like that. This is the first time I've really ever seen anything like that in a Super Nintendo game.
I think that makes it more of a worthwhile collector piece. If you can find it with the manual in the box, I think that would be cool. Because
It is
that
pretty
is a
neat.
neat idea. I love little shit like that.
They really cared, and I don't know if it was a reprint of anything, but because I'm not,
Right.
in the Speed Racer universe,
I hope the only way to get it is to buy the Super Nintendo game. The only specs it ever had is in this manual.
I mean, maybe.
Oh yeah, like it's secret.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only way you'll ever know the true specs of the Mach 5 is to buy this Super Nintendo game.
I checked the horsepower and didn't match up with what the show said. Because like that stood
So
out
it's
to
not
me.
20,000 horsepower?
No.
Because that's what it would be.
But that, like, I remember because it was like I was watching it and I was like, the fuck? That's a lot. Are you telling me you're distributing 5,000 horsepower to each wheel?
You could travel through time with speed like that. That's insane.
The second fun thing of watching that show was seeing the absolute ridiculous guns they had in it.
Oh my god.
Because like I took a photo with my phone. I paused it. Rewind. I told everybody, sorry, I have to rewind this because I saw a ridiculous gun that I have to take a photo of and send to John Turley. And that's exactly what I did. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on in Speed Racer?
That's hilarious.
Oh, I
this-
remember.
It's this fucking enemy with a pistol that's got like this 80 round magazine like coming out of the bottom, and it's like got like this extended barrel that the
They're
bad guy is
holding
like
the barrel.
holding with his other hand. And it's like, at some point, just get a rifle.
Right. It's not compact anymore, dude.
That had to have been, I'm willing to bet you that was some kind of like law or something
Oh,
where
I'm
it's like,
sure.
can't show a rifle.
Right. Probably.
Can't show
Draw a handgun with like all the Game Boy accessories on
right?
it.
Yeah. Totally.
So where would you put this on your list of Super Nintendo games?
For me, because I find it to be unique, not just because of the cool manual that you told us about, but because of the fact that it's a raced game combined with a platformer that also was included with an exercise bike, which is weird. For me, it belongs somewhere in the middle towards the bottom middle, in that gray area. I'm not going to put it in the bottom 100. I think it has value, at least from a historical standpoint.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But not in the top.
Academically, I think it's really neat.
Yeah.
I'm not turned off by the IP.
No?
I mean, I like the style of it. It's just not something that I was really ever into. I mean, I like the style enough where it's like I would wear that ringer tee. I like that. I like that look. But yeah, I mean, it's in the bottom half for me, in that gray area, like you were saying.
It's in my bottom 150.
Yeah.
That's probably about where mine's at, give or take, maybe 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any achievements for it?
I have a few.
Go for it.
My first achievement is I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking sewer. And to get that achievement, you successfully navigate the snake pit in the sewer without getting hurt. There's like 20 snakes in that tiny little area.
You
and
ain't kidding.
You can't get this achievement. It is not possible. They don't give you a rope to climb over them or
No.
anything. You got to jump over them. You can't fight them.
I got bit a bunch.
She's saying you didn't get the achievement. So that was my first achievement. That was nuts. I was just
I know.
what the fuck? Who turned on the faucet of snakes down here? This would have been Indiana Jones' fucking nightmare.
Snosset.
And they kind of just show up in that one spot too. It's not like they're
I never saw
distributed.
another snake. They were all right there by the monkey and the kid.
The designer, the sprite designer, is like, I made this. You got to use it a bunch.
Just all right, fine.
here it
We'll
is.
put them all in one area.
Fine snake orgy right here.
My second achievement is I'm tired of these motherfucking assassins on this motherfucking train. And to get that, this time you would kick an enemy off the train in the Orient level and watch them get run over by the train wheels. Like, they don't like animate it, but when you kick them and they fall off, they go right under the train wheels.
Oh, cool.
It's awesome. My next achievement is, thank goodness the Mach 5 is all right. And to earn that achievement, you just make it to the end of each level where the point is basically always to save the Mach 5 from bad guys. Unless it's Trixie or the monkey and the kid. After that, it's just about the Mach 5.
If their cars are just as fast, if not a little bit faster than the Mach 5, well, they care.
I don't get it either.
It can jump.
I'm covering that
That's a good
shortly.
point. Oh, but they can too.
They can too.
Because, yeah, in the water level, like it's in the lava level, they're jumping all over the place.
Fucking everywhere. They don't
a
have
regular
saw
police
blades on the
circus.
front where you
Fucking
can
Valermo
cut,
is
things,
just
cut
fucking
them
jumping
down.
everywhere.
Dude, I tried to cut so many cars. I was so unspeed in this. And I never could like destroy one. I don't know if it's possible.
I
or
don't
not.
think you destroy them. I think you just knock them off, like so they fall behind you.
I got you.
You're not really plowing through them and killing them mercilessly.
I just wanted to destroy their car.
bathing in the blood of your enemies. My next achievement.
Speed for Mortal Kombat.
Yes. Ooh, that'd be a good
I
one.
would totally buy that DLC. Are you kidding me?
His level special is he goes off screen for a minute and then drives through the enemy in the Mach 5 with the saw blades coming out the front.
Oh, you can do a bunch of it. You can do some shit with that
Fuck.
robot bird.
Oh,
you
shit.
He just jumps in and flattens
Right.
the
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
floor.
18
Hammer-
rib cages coming out.
My next achievement is no Speed Racer, no. And to earn that, you have to come in anything other than first place in all the races, which is possible to win with. There's no special ending for getting first in all the races. I checked. Just getting top 3.
Can you tell me why you earn coins at the end of a race?
Points.
That's it.
Points.
There's just points.
As far as I can tell, it was just points.
I thought it was so weird. It very much felt like somebody making a video game who, like, their son told them about Mario Brothers once. Where they're like,
oh, we should have coins in this.
You get second place, you get 45 coins.
They have no value. You can't use them to buy anything. And
Here's Stanley Nichols.
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
I have a couple more.
Yeah, man, you're killing it.
My next achievement is Ice to See You Again.
Stick around.
Stick around. To get that. Okay. At the end of the game,
Spoilers.
you race on the ice track first. The last technical actual track is the ice level. After you rescue Trixie, the Arctic level. Okay.
From Mount Doom.
You rescue her from Mount Doom, and then oh no, I've got the Arctic race coming up. We got to hurry. So he goes and he races in the Arctic race, and you win that. And the next level is the final boss level where you race Captain Terror.
Okay.
And he comes up and he says, no one has ever beaten me on my super secret test track that nobody knows about. Except that track is the one you literally just raced on. It's the ice track again. Well, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, there's no way of telling because they won't
white.
show you the track.
It's
right?
white with a blue track.
It's got the same shit on it. We know that much.
As the one you literally just raced. It wasn't like it was ice, then snow, or then fire, then whatever, like the mix up of all the different. No, same track.
That would have been cool.
Which is the super secret track.
I like your idea better.
So if you beat him on that, you get the achievement Ice to See You Again. And my final achievement, Speed Racer in My Most Dangerous Adventures Director's Cut. So when you beat Captain Terror on the no one has ever beaten Captain Terror on the super secret racetrack ever. To get this achievement, you beat him by coming in third. And he is fourth. You see, before you race with Captain Terror, he says, nobody's ever beaten him on this track, but you can come in third, which means that not only did you beat him on his track, 2 of his fucking henchmen beat him. I like to think they were put to death in an unreleased cutscene, which I would like to see in the director's cut of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely are dead.
That's how you get that achievement. Beat Captain Terror, but come in third, and then pray that there's a director's cut achievement of his henchman being brutally murdered for showing him how slow he is.
I love it.
Okay, that's all I got.
I got a couple. First achievement is it's not funny. He's a ninja master. In order to unlock, it's not funny. He's a ninja master. You die to a tiny rat.
See what you did there.
Next achievement is Starkey and Kim Kim. In order to unlock Starkey and Kim Kim, see the PNG after rescuing Sparky and Chim Chim. So earlier when you were talking about the graphics, I was like, I kind of agree with that. The cutscenes in this game after you like complete a mission, at least the ones that I completed, are crazy ugly. Like they are crazy ugly. There is a screenshot of like one of the missions you're like rescuing Sparky and Chim Chim, and it's like you get them, and at the end they're like they show you, it's like
they're all squished and weird looking.
Yeah. You know how like when you see like Cold War shit where it's like, oh, well, we couldn't show Speed Racer, so, you know, some Soviets made something that's kind of like Speed Racer and we showed it. it was called Starkey and Kim Kim. That's what they show you after you finish the.
It's weird looking, and then like all the images of Speed.
It's horrible.
He looks like that needs to be made into some form of meme.
It's horrible. It's like
really crazy
for a
ugly.
game that relies on the fan service. It fucks that up pretty bad, or it just doesn't respect the people, or they're just like, people bought this for the technical manual of the Mach 5. Put fucking Starkey in
the tiny sprites. The tiny sprites in the platforming level look more like Speed Racer than the cutscene.
Oh yeah,
Speed Racers.
Absolutely agree with that, 100%. Which is weird.
It is.
It's like the nephew of like the game producer got to do those cutscene stills or something, and the whole team was like, I don't know about this.
Well, Jimmy's really good. You'll see.
Yeah, he's great.
But I know exactly how much he got paid for that too.
My last achievement is RTFM. In order to unlock RTFM, read the entirety of the Speed Racer manual. Sounds like a thing that Ian might have been into, but me, man, I was trying to read all of it, and it got to the point where it's like, whew, how the fuck do I play this game? Skip.
Because I've got two. My first one being Chop Chop Master Onion, and you actually run into a car with your blades.
Okay. Okay.
And the second one being Gonads and Strife.
Nice.
You kill 5 of those squirrel things, rat, squirrels, whatever those tiny things are.
Gonads and the lightning. Nice.
Cool.
How much do you guys think you'd pay for this game if you were to buy it loose, just by itself, not with a Super Nintendo exercise bike peripheral, not with a pack-in? If you were just buy Speed Racer, My Most Dangerous Adventures, how much do you think you'd pay for it? Loose.
I know what I'd pay for my.
All right, well, you guys figure out I'm gonna get Flopsy.
Okay. Well,
I think it's probably a more rare game. Even still, I think it's rare, which makes the combo card even more rare. So I'm gonna say $80.
okay.
$80?
I'll go along those lines and say more like 60.
$60? Actual retail value of Speed Racer and My Most Dangerous Adventures. I get the name of that right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. For the Super Nintendo, loose on average, according to PriceCharting.com, at the time of this recording, is $23.
Okay.
Man, okay.
Still too expensive for me. It's been like a kind of like a fun thing for me while we go on a break that I buy the game that we're talking about.
Not doing that.
Not doing that this time. Not going to do that. What do you think Flopsy had to say about this game?
2 stars. 2 stars, and I think it's 2 stars, I bet it's very uncommon. Even at $23, I bet it's very uncommon.
I'm going to say they gave it 3 stars and that it's uncommon.
Okay. My friends, I regret to inform you that according to Flopsy, a.k.a. the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike and a mysterious benefactor, Flopsy gave this game 3.5 stars.
So they love
There are no words.
They love Speed Racer.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very uncommon game, Tyler. You got that
Nice.
right on the nose,
okay.
which is maybe I should. Now I'm like, maybe I should buy this because it seems like a good value for a very uncommon game. Huh? Shit. Huh. I am curious how they word this because I haven't read this before. Hey, here we go. The game's manual spends a solid 16 pages detailing the features of the Mach 5. It even provides schematics and specs as if it were a real car.
Wait, what do you mean as if it were a real car?
No, sorry. I mean, it's definitely a real car.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to write Santa and tell him everything's okay.
Poring over these marvels made me realize that Speed isn't the true hero of the game. He's just a driver.
Correct.
So, Yeah, there are no good reasons here in this summary that I'm reading. It's just I think that they really liked the manual and that talked about them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I pushed it to 3 because of that manual.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Boys and girls listening, I'm here to tell you, Speed Racer is not a 3.5 star game
not
out
even
of 5.
close.
No.
It ain't. It's a 2-star game.
At
it's
best.
It's a 2-star game.
Yep.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would say it is Gandalf's beard,
Whoa.
but he's gone to a NASCAR
Oh.
race, and he's on the sidelines, and he gets too close, and his beard
Oh,
gets sucked
shit.
into a wheel
Oh,
well.
no.
So the remnants of that.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. Gandalf's in there again.
Get the broom.
We keep telling Gandalf, stop standing
Get
right
that
there.
kid out.
But Frodo's in the trunk with Chim Chim.
Tyler, if you were to give this game a pair of glasses,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of glasses would you give it?
Remember the glasses that I gave to Sparkster?
The possum stuck on the windshield wipers?
So this is going to be the Mach 5's windshield
Oh, yeah.
cracked and bloody where it has hit Chim Chim.
Oh, fuck, not Chim Chim.
It was falling down.
All right. That explains why they replaced him in this game's cutscene.
With his stand-in.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand-in.
Speaking of Chim Chim stand-in, did you guys see that reboot of Speed Racer that they did? I think it was called like Speed Racer Next Generation.
No.
No.
Boy. I saw a little bit of that, a little footage of that, and let me tell you, it didn't sell me. I wasn't sold on it. But you talking about a Chim Chim stand-in. Here's the kind of cool thing about it is that it takes place, it's in the Speed Racer universe, but takes place after Speed Racer, like in modern day times when it came out. So obviously Chim Chim's dead. So he's a robot. It's a robot Chim Chim.
Naturally. If we can build the Mach 5, we can build a fucking monkey robot.
Pops put his soul in this robot. All right, Speed.
Yeah. So anyway.
I want to see I want to see Speed Racer done in the style of Cyberpunk 2077
Oh, good Lord,
or
okay.
Chainsaw Man, like
like an anime
gritty,
reboot.
a
Shit.
real anime reboot, like gritty, dark, just
We already got Take on Me by Aha. What more do you need?
true.
Do we want to take a break or do we want to roll into the quiz because we are running late?
Let's take a break, even if it's a illusion.
Okay.
Totally 100% taking a break.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know what we're playing next?
Oh yeah, let's do
We'll
that.
figure that out.
I'll grab that batter up peripheral.
All
Plug
right,
it in.
grab it. Oh man, it's dusty.
Man, whoa,
Oh
shit.
fuck.
Okay.
Man. Oh god.
Play this in real quick. Wild and Crazy Kid style and say that prayer we all love to say. No whammies. Stop.
261.
D's.
It's the J's.
J's.
Jurassic Park.
Close. It does involve prehistoric things. We have done this game before. It is Joe and Mac 2. Would you guys like to do that again?
It's
or-
on the,
Again.
that's on the Switch, right?
I think so.
Yeah, no, we're good. The three of us, did that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't. We don't even need to revamp. It's been covered. I think we're good.
Whammies. Stop.
248.
The Jays.
The eyes. The eyes have it. Waka waka.
IREM Skins game.
Man, I wish it's because that was a good game.
That was a good game. That's a great game.
This is purely coincidence. I swear to you. I just saw SNES Drunk released a video on this game like a couple days ago. I promise This is pure coincidence. It is Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, let's do it.
which we have not done before.
You're right. All right. Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings. We've always loved all these Olympic compilation games. They've been great.
I don't know 100%, but I think this is a game where you play as the Olympic Games mascot.
Yes, I think you're right.
And is it a platformer?
Seems like it is.
Okay. We'll find out for
We'll
sure.
find out.
I haven't watched the SNES Drunk video. I saw a thumbnail for a couple days ago.
Anybody know what Olympics Izzy was for?
It would have
It's
had to have
Australian,
been.
right? Have they been there?
Was it
Zealand? I
Atlanta?
don't
It was
know.
Atlanta.
Atlanta was
Is it?
96, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it could be. That'd be
Maybe.
a little late.
Why
It could
is
be.
he?
I don't know. Why not Richard Jules chase for the Olympic bombs?
Richard Jewell's great escape from the cops who were chasing him for
In
some
my
shit.
greatest adventures.
For some shit he didn't do.
Okay.
Gotta love that weird ass dated reference.
It's a great movie about that came out recently.
yeah?
Oh yeah. Definitely should see Richard. It's just called Richard Jewell. Clint Eastwood directed it. It's a great movie. What year? Did you look?
The game?
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, I can look.
We can do it next week.
Nah, 1995.
Probably would have been Atlanta.
Probably
Could've been,
Atlanta.
yeah.
Because they would have been building up hype for the Olympics.
Yeah.
What better way than to release
Hot Atlanta.
a weird mascot platformer on a Super Nintendo?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of it. They've done more of those than any fucking thing else.
How can we reach these kids?
Shit. All right. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be back for a quick community corner and a quiz from none other than our own Ross Rachel Green.
Quem é que corre sem parar? Todo mundo faz. O mais sinistro do lugar. Le plus violent. Sempre ganha sem falhar. E toujours ganhará. Quero ouvir-vos desfrutar. Was wie bei Survive.
I'm the quickest one around. I'm the best demon in town. The fastest one alive. I always end up on top. Tearing up for show. So everybody yell it out. Go, speed racing, go. He's having fun as he goes around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. And now she's ready, she said, hey. Go, speed race, go. Go, speed race, go. Go, speed race, go. Go, go. Go, speed race, go. Go, speed race, go. Go, speed race, go.
We are rolling for part 3.
All right, we're
When you're
back.
ready.
Community corner.
Community corner.
Hey.
We definitely 100% went outside.
feels
Ian
so-
smoked a cigarette. I peed in the grass and bought
Everybody.
Speed Racer for the Super
We
Nintendo.
played swords. Yeah, it was great.
It's great.
Did you?
No.
I thought maybe you were
No.
gonna because of the
I mean,
ultra rare
look,
or the very uncommon
I'm not
thing.
saying I'm not gonna do it late. If we had actually taken a real break,
If we're taking a longer break,
then I probably would have bought it. But chances are now the moment's passed. We'll see how it is tomorrow at work.
Okay.
We have a community corner segment with a quiz from our very own Ross Rachel Green from across the pond.
been a minute.
Been a minute.
Been a minute.
I was beginning to think he didn't listen anymore.
Oh, he messaged me the other day to check up on, see how everything was.
Good,
It made me feel better. And then Adam popped into streams. I was like, oh, Adam's
that's- yeah.
he's still listening. All right,
Cool.
good.
That is great. We got a quiz entitled "You Spin Me Right Round."
Baby.
Oh.
Right round.
Like a record?
Right round, round round.
I'm glad you did it because I couldn't have finished that.
You know, it seems silly.
like a record, baby. Yeah. Yep.
Correct.
Round on like a
Just
baby.
around and around like a record. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Let the turntables.
Like a DJ.
Are you a sleeper agent? Ross begins. I have a habit of picking up free ancient record players, fixing them up round, and just adding them to the pile because no one else fucking wants them.
Okay.
I don't want to throw them away. and,
He's a hoarder.
and maybe
He is.
Oh man.
That confirms it.
confirmed. How many?
They
how many?
made him move to the Isle of Man.
He's exiled. We're tired of all your frozen cats. Be gone. Ross continues.
Pack a sandwich and drive across the country.
Ross continues. I don't want to throw them away, and if I donate them, then they will probably be thrown away by someone else. So now I have a collection of record players I can't do anything with. Anyway, you fucks have been getting off lightly with no quizzes, so I'm here to ruin your day. I like how he puts it on us.
Ross, I will take
blaming.
one. I will take one of those record players and proudly display it here in the Holland deck.
You got to ship it, though.
Yeah, I'm not paying for shipping, but I can assure you, if you get rid of it, if you send it here, I will not throw it away. I will use it. I will take it, unpack it, and I will play the Mother 2 soundtrack record I have on it and keep it here in the garage. It'll be
Yo,
beautiful.
Ross, we could use that content. So, I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
send it to Tyler, please.
We have a
Crate it up.
We have a record collection.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I could bring a new record every week, starting with "Hail Satin" by the DGs.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Fired up.
Ross continues, top 100 DS games. Think of all the shitty ports and shovelware. Number 100. This tactical strategy follows Ludo Clemens after he is transported to another world through a grimoire. Is this a Castlevania game? Ludo Clemens after he is transported to another world through a grimoire?
The Page Master?
No.
Ludo Clemens. Sounds like a Roger Clemens'
The
nephew.
Tale of Roger Clemens' nephew.
Any guesses?
None whatsoever. Besides the Page Master 2.
Page Master 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Clemenser.
Locking it in. It is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2 Grimoire of the Rift.
Oh, you're Ludo who's in fucking Tactics, the War of the Lions.
I've played this game before. I enjoyed this game. Couldn't have, if you would have shown up and been like, Dave, I'll give you $1,000 if you can name the main character from Final Fantasy Tactics A2. I'd have been like, well, I guess I'm not going to win $1,000.
Damn.
Ludo Clemens. It's a good game. I like that game. 99. This PC RTS was made into a DS turn-based strategy and featured the Britons, Franks, Mongols, Saracens, I don't know, history, Saracens, Saracens, and Japanese.
It's got to be Civilization, right?
Civilizations feels like a good idea. Or,
I don't know like what number, but
right?
Not Advance Wars.
Not Advance Wars. So as long as it's not Advance Wars, we get it. Civilization 3, 2?
4.
I think 4's too late.
Okay, 3.
Locking it in. It is Age of Empires.
And we were way off.
The Age of Kings. Not
Not
way,
terribly way
off,
off.
but yeah, we got it wrong. 98. The player's default name in this game is Nate if male and Rosa if female. And they start in Aspertia City. Aspertia?
No clue.
Nate if male, Rosa if female. Is this a Fire Emblem game? Because you get
Could
to
be.
choose male or female, right?
Sure, let's say Fire. I've got no better guess at all.
Fire Emblem, one of them. Locking it in. It is Pokemon Black version 2.
Shit.
Next question. 97. This game is the first in the Zenithia trilogy for this series.
Zenithia.
Zenithia 1 is my guess.
Yeah, there we go. Zenithia Origins.
I like it.
There it is.
Locking it in. It is Dragon Quest 4 Chapters of the Chosen.
Didn't even know that was such a thing.
96. This turn-based strategy It's got to be Civ.
Yeah.
It has to be Civ. Allows success on either, it is Civ, domination, culture, economic, technical, and score. That has to be a
Has to be a
civilization game, right?
civilization game. Civ Pocket.
Civ Pocket. I like it.
Civ Portable.
Like-
Civilization Portable.
Civilization
4A.
Advanced. Civilization DS.
DS.
Locking it in. Tyler, we good with this?
Yeah.
It is Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution.
That was going to be my next
half credit.
version guess.
95. This game features the first 2 jobs of Mia Fey's career. Did I get that name right?
Mia Fey.
Miafey.
Sounds like it.
This game features the first 2 jobs in Mia Fey's career.
Is that a cosplayer?
I have no idea. I do not know who it is.
I don't either.
Sounds like a cosplayer who cosplays these games.
Okay. What are the first 2 jobs in her career? Was she a chef and a mom? Is this Cooking Mama?
This is DS.
Yeah.
Could be Cooking Mama, right?
Cookie Mom. I mean, it's down in what for 94 on that top 100, I guess.
95. But who's counting?
Yeah, why not Cookie Mama?
I
Lock
don't-
it.
Yeah.
Because it's too low to be Metroid.
Nintendogs?
Beethoven second.
Beethoven second, logging it in. It is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and
Fey.
Tribulations.
Mia Fey is shit. Okay.
Tina Fey's
Yeah.
cousin.
Yep. I would not have. Yeah. Now I remember her. Okay.
Trials. I want to go to there. 94. This sequel is a 2D tactical artillery game.
Advance Wars.
That's on the advance, though. These are DS games.
Wars.
DS Wars. I'm good with that. Don't know if it exists, but it might.
No idea.
DS Wars, locking it in. It is Worms, Open Warfare 2.
Shit.
93. This game allows you to spawn just about anything you can imagine to solve various puzzles. Think of a doorknob and summon it. Solve a puzzle.
Scribblenauts?
Maybe Scribblenauts.
Because
Gotta
you'd have
be.
the stylus and have to draw on, so I'd say Scribblenauts.
And it could interpret what you were drawing
Okay.
if you had the close, rough shape.
Scribblenauts.
Sure.
I'm good with that. Locking it in. It is Super Scribblenauts.
Good one.
Okay.
Nice pull.
We got 1.5.
Nice pull. 92. This game takes place in the Pervama of Lemurs. I'm going to spell all of these words for you guys. For my sake, so that I can communicate it. Purvama. Non-proper noun. Lemurs. Lemures. Proper noun.
Or is it
Lemurs? Is this Zaboomafoo?
Takes place in
Don't make me say it again. 'cause
Pervama Lemurs.
Pervama of Lemurs.
Zootopia.
Yeah, sure.
Locking it in. It is Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings.
I'm going to start guessing Final
No
Fantasy
idea.
for everything.
Own it, never played it. Love Final Fantasy 12. Heard the sequels coming out on the DS. I was like, I have one of those. Bought it. Never played it. Still got it.
Yep.
91. This undead wave-based game features more lag and slowdown than the original PC version.
Resident Evil.
There is a DS on Resident Evil.
Is it wave-based?
I don't know.
Like waves of enemies coming at
I
you.
would say, isn't that pretty much a Resident Evil thing? No?
Maybe 4. That could be argued, right? What's the multiplayer one?
Oh, yeah, 4.
Original PC version. There was not.
Resident Evil didn't have a PC.
There wasn't a port of Left 4 Dead on the DS. Please tell me that didn't exist, or please tell me it did exist, because I want to try that.
Left 4 Dead, yeah. I mean,
What
there's
else?
been crazier things.
What else is a wave base?
House of the Dead.
I don't know. That's on rails. is there like an overhead like twin stick shooter where you kill zombies? I know there is, but like I couldn't name any of them.
God, I don't have any idea.
I don't know.
What would have been on the PC?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I said Left 4 Dead is because that's a Valve game. There's no way, right?
No,
they
they
had a
wouldn't
port.
have put that on a cartridge.
It came out on
base.
360 though, because I just heard today that they removed it from the store.
Star Wars Masters of Terra Kasai.
Locking it in.
Plants vs. Zombies.
It is Plants vs. Zombies.
Is it really?
You said it after I revealed it, but you didn't know that. Yeah, it's
Right.
Plants vs.
Count
Zombies.
it. Count it. Good job.
Yeah, well done.
Okay.
Next question. Fuck, marry, kill. Ketchup, mayo, mustard. Easy. Easy.
Marry ketchup, fuck mustard, kill mayo.
And that's not it for me. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Not easy. But I think my inclination was to kill ketchup.
See, I love ketchup.
Ketchup is. I like ketchup, but like I like ketchup when it's mixed with mustard on a hamburger, on a cheeseburger. That's when I like ketchup. Other than that, I can fucking get rid of it. I like it in hot fries. With hot fries, that's nice, but I could definitely live without that for the rest of my life. If the doctor was like, I'm sorry, you can't have ketchup with fries anymore, it would be like, it sucks that option was taken away from me, but I'll survive. I'm
Mix
gonna
them
kill
all together.
ketchup.
Fry sauce.
Yeah. I'll fuck mayo because like mayo just makes some shit moist sometimes, you know? Sometimes you gotta you get the chicken sandwich from Wendy's and it's like, man, this chicken's dry, so they put a bunch of mayo on it. Plus mayo mixes with so much shit. You know what I mean?
Mayo is the best base for a sauce.
It mixes with I feel like it's in a bunch of stuff. So like even if I don't really like mayo by itself that much, yeah, like you said, it's a base. But fucking mustard, I'm marrying mustard. God damn mustard. Mustard so good. I love it. I love the different kinds of mustard, man. You get them fucking seeds and shit with a little mortar and pestle, put all the
man,
fixins
stone
in
brown
it.
mustard. Yeah, I do like stone brown
Yes.
mustard.
So anyway, that's my answer.
Ian,
I'm going to kill ketchup. I like it, but I'm like you. I could live without it. More often than not, I find myself just eating my fries plain.
Yeah, same.
I don't even put things on them. I might dip them in a ranch or a honey mustard from time to time, and a ketchup too, but I don't care.
Salt, man. I like to make them even more unhealthy.
I like when I order a cheeseburger from a place where I don't trust their vegetables. I'll just get ketchup, mustard, mayo on all my cheeseburgers. But I could do without ketchup.
Ketchup. Wait, did you say ketchup, mustard, mayo?
Mm-hmm.
You do the three.
On
You go
a
with the trio
cheeseburger.
on a
I
cheeseburger.
do like that. On a
Interesting.
cheeseburger.
You know what? I don't know that I've ever had that really.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to
Now,
try
I like
that sometime.
I like ketchup, mustard, mayo, lettuce,
Yeah.
but I don't always like the lettuce from everywhere.
A restaurant, right? Sure, yeah.
But-
sometimes it's real bad.
Yeah, and it just adds a layer of wiltiness that
Mm-hmm.
the sandwich doesn't need if you're not going to eat it immediately. Like by the time I get home, it looks like, empty calories, as
Yeah,
Bart
yeah.
would say.
ketchup, mustard, mayo, lettuce, tomato,
I do like a tomato
On a sesame
from
seed
time
bun?
to time.
sesame seed bun, pickles.
2 all beef patties,
All put together. Special sauce. That is a special sauce.
lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion, sesame seed bun. I don't know. Sounds good. I don't know.
I don't know.
We should-
It's got a
we
nice
should make-
ring to
We
it.
should make a sandwich of that.
Yeah, yeah,
The McArch.
yeah. What was Burger King's answer to the Big Mac? Was it like the something
The big-
King?
Big
Was it the
King.
Big King?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bombed. Bombed bad.
You got the Whopper. You're fine.
Whopper's good,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the mayo on a Whopper. Yeah, I like the mayo on the Whopper.
I'm gonna fuck mustard
Okay.
because I don't put it on a lot of things, but I do like it on. I do very specifically have to have it for some things.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly those are on a burger with ketchup and mayo, and hot dog based food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also do like Vienna sausages, even though they're terrible
Ooh, boy.
for you. I
Yeah.
love them, and dipping them in mustard is one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Biscuits.
Biscuits and mustard. Mhm. I don't really know what else I put mustard on anymore. I used to put mustard on like lunch meat sandwiches, like bologna and turkey.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's like with green peppers. I feel like it's all I can taste.
That's why I have to be. I do it.
You got to do it
it's
in
light.
just like tiny bits of mustard, but with a hot dog,
Oh man.
it's going all over that bad boy. Especially a hot dog with chili on it and
bet-
mustard.
I bet they talk about me behind my back at Jimmy John's because it's like, get the fucking mustard guy again. Because it's like
I want
extra everything.
I want
extra,
to be able
extra
to
mustard,
take
extra pickles.
the bread and hold it up and use it as a caution sign in traffic. That's how yellow I want my bread
Man, a soft pretzel mustard.
Yeah.
Fuck, yes.
soft pretzel, and
Even crunchy, leave little
mustard.
crispy boys and mustard. That's the only way I like to eat those like rolled gold bullshit pretzels. Is like, man, get a little thing of mustard. Fucking yeah.
I dig. But I'm marrying mayo.
Yeah.
Mostly because of its many, many applications in food preparation. I mean, you mix it with stuff. You make pasta salad or chicken salad or tuna salad. Any salad-based meat food will require a mayo base to make it nice and creamy.
We went to my boss took us to Stella's last night, to Casey's restaurant, and he had a onion tower with a horseradish mayo dip.
Oh man,
That sounds good.
Pretty good.
you had me at horseradish. Some good shit.
Tanya prefers mayo for her French fries. She dips her fries in mayo,
Nikki likes that too.
which I've never been a big fan of. I like mayo like on sandwiches, and I love it mixed in with food, and I love that it's a staple. But by itself, I'm not a fan of it. I do put it on all my sandwiches. You know, I put it on everything. I'm just not going to eat it like I would. Like if I have a hot dog, if I boil up a hot dog for lunch and I don't want a bun, I'll cut it into little pieces and then dip those into the mayo or mustard and eat them. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't dip anything in mayo.
Yeah, I'm the same. I wouldn't dip anything in mayo. Nikki does like. She likes to dip the nuggets from Chick-fil-A in mayo instead of dipping sauce.
I see.
And then she'll do fries too. But like, I don't know if this is weird or not, but just talking about like, I was telling you guys how I like a cheeseburger with mustard and ketchup on it. That's only if I go to a restaurant or like a fast food restaurant. Like if I'm making a burger at home, I never put ketchup on it. But like if I'm getting a burger from like McDonald's or something, it's like I want ketchup on that, and I don't know why. I guess I don't know if it's extra steps. Like ketchup just too much, or like I had too much work. I gotta take a thing
Burger,
out of the
cheese,
fridge.
bread,
Yeah.
eat.
I don't know, man. But I'll take my time on the pickles.
Tyler,
Sound good?
did you answer?
Yep.
You did. That's
Yep.
right. Yes.
We all married different condiments.
Fuck, marry, kill, cake, pie, Jello. I'm killing the fuck out of Jello.
Yeah, yeah.
Right out the gate.
Go the rest-
Goodbye.
I don't
the
hate
rest
it,
of my
but
life
not
without
compared to the other
Jell-O.
two.
I hate it. I'm not. I do not. I
Now,
don't
had he
fuck
said
with Jell-O,
pudding,
man.
that would have been a different conversation.
All right, you want to change it? You want to alter it?
No.
Because okay, I mean we're all in agreement.
It makes it easier.
Jello's way worse.
I like Jell-O. I just don't care if I ever eat it again. It's just not important to me.
Yeah.
So kill Jell-O.
All right, so it boils down to cake or pie. I'm a cake man myself. I feel like
I'm a pie boy.
and I feel like I'm in the minority. No, you're a cake boy.
I love my cake.
Oh my gosh.
Cake or death.
Death. Shit. No, take it back.
Thank you. I love my cake. I love cake. I love baked things and fluffy things that are edible cake all the way with just enough frosting.
Is a tart a pie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
It's a fruit-filled pastry, i.e. a pie.
I do like tarts. I like pie too, but
I like pie fine, but I'm going to fuck it like American Pie style. And I'm marrying cake. I want to spend the rest of my life side by side, happy together with cake.
So happy together. What's your favorite cake?
Chocolate.
That's my dad's. My dad,
Just a chocolate layer cake.
yeah.
Just layer of cake.
Like a sheet cake.
Icing. Layer of cake. Icing.
Oh, okay.
Round.
Like a cartoon cake.
Yes. I like
Classic
a
cartoon
sheet cake too, if it's chocolate.
Yeah.
With chocolate icing. But I also like white cake. I like pineapple cake.
Yeah. Pineapple
like
upside down
Pineapple
cake.
upside down cake.
Man, my
Yep.
mom used to
Yep.
make those all the time.
Tanya makes a pineapple cake.
I love
that
them.
You might want to put your dick in. It's
I mean,
so delicious.
I already do. I already want to. I mean,
My mom's strawberry cake. Have you ever had that?
oh yes.
Oh man,
That shit's
strawberry
good.
cake.
That's real good.
It's so good. Tanya is a great cake baker. She doesn't like do all the fancy shit, but the cakes she makes are fucking delicious.
You don't need it.
They're, they're boxed too, but she always knows just exactly how to
Okay.
do it.
Tip here. Number 1, box cake mix. It's totally fine. What you'll be doing if you were to make it from scratch is pretty much exactly the same as the box.
With extra
Save
steps.
yourself the time.
Yeah.
The frosting is what you want to make and not buy.
Okay.
But cake box, totally fine.
Cool. Well, I love cake.
I like a
I
birthday
wish
cake.
I could marry cake.
Love a birthday cake. A cheap birthday cake. Love it.
Fuck it. Why not?
What's every-
The only time I don't like cake is when they use fucking fondant to
Yo,
decorate
ugh,
it.
Ugh, I'm with you.
That
John's
stuff is
mom's
awful.
orange cake.
John's
I've never
mom's
had
orange
that.
cake is
He made it for us
good.
once.
He did. It's been a long time, but it's
Yeah.
fucking good.
I wish I remembered it.
Dr. Pepper cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought they sell that at the food joint up the road.
It's good. It's really good. It's too sweet, but it's really good. Thinking of more cake. There's a
Ice cream cake doesn't count, right?
Sometimes it like Cold Stone
does
has
it-
cake in
Does
it.
it have cake in it?
Yeah, I mean
Then
a
it
little
counts.
bit.
I'd say it
Oh man, I
counts.
love ice cream cake. God, I love ice cream. Cookie cake, does that count? That's just a big cookie.
So that's why I never wanted birthday cake. For my birthday, I always wanted a
Cookie cake, yeah. Man, that shit's good.
God, I love it so
It's
much.
real good.
So much. And it has to be Great American Cookie Company.
It does.
Sam's Club cookie cake.
It's not the
Walmart,
same, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not. Not even close.
That's where I kind of draw the line at home too. She'll make a cookie cake from time to time. It's like, no, fuck that. Go buy one. Because they have that weird, chewy, yeah, I'm sure it's some sulfate gum-based product in the dough, but I don't care. It's fucking
bought one
delicious.
today.
It's really good.
I bought one a day for all the employees. We got 100 on our health department score, so I went and bought a cake with a giant 100 on it.
Yeah.
From Great American Cookies in the mall.
Nice.
Here you go.
I remember there was a giant server outage at one of our clients a few years back, and me and John and Bruce worked on fixing the problem, and they sent us a cookie cake celebrating the win over the ransomware attack they got. But yeah, cookie cakes are fine, especially if you're feeding a bunch of people, because you can get a whole lot of bang for your buck. A little piece of cookie cake is plenty,
Go a
Yeah.
long way.
especially with that frosting,
Frosting.
they use. That's
I know.
super rich.
I know, right?
Thick
I was gonna say
frosting.
the frosting, but I was afraid one of you guys were gonna be like, it's just regular frosting. I don't know,
I'm
man.
fine
No,
with the
there's-
chocolate frosting on a cookie.
There's something about it.
the chocolate frosting on those cookie cakes
I'm fine
is
with that. I'll eat it
fucking
plain,
good.
but I'll eat some frosting on it. Too. I normally don't dig
Well,
many
they-
frostings, but
They don't
yeah.
overdo it on the cookie cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It like always feels like I like birthday cake, but the last time I had birthday cake, I mean, it was essentially like, yeah, give me the piece that has the least amount of
icing.
frosting on it.
Yeah.
I used to
That's
love
why I don't
that
like
shit.
cupcakes very much because I feel like it has too much on top and they're hard to eat.
Yeah, they're fucking hard to eat. You gotta like, and they're like, I don't know. Everyone's always got this trick to eating cupcakes, and it's like, man, if I gotta do a trick, forget about
Oh,
it.
well, I don't want to
Like-
life hack a snack.
Right?
Like,
Yeah,
then good.
that's a design flaw.
Yep.
It's still a cool trick though.
Fuck, marry, kill. A fully armored riding battle chicken, a fiercely protective tortoise that follows you everywhere, a lazy tiger that doesn't respect you but won't cause you harm.
You mean
Well, fuck that tiger anyway.
a regular cat, only big?
A big regular cat.
I'm gonna have that defensive tortoise that loves me. then the mechanized rabbit, and kill that tiger.
Okay. To be fair, he didn't say the tortoise loves you, just that it follows you everywhere.
I thought he said it was fiercely loyal.
Fiercely protective.
Oh, protective. Okay.
But you revealed a lot about
Yeah.
what you value.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
What was the first one?
A fully armored riding battle chicken.
Yeah, kill that.
I care not for the indifference of the tiger.
I'm marrying that. That's a goddamn living chocobo right there. Fully armored riding battle chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you can ride that thing. Win every cockfight. Every one. So I'm marrying
The
that.
Lord knows I'm tired of losing them.
Yeah, right? I can afford all these copies of Speed Racer in my most dangerous adventures. If little Jerry keeps losing his matches. Well, I guess you only lose once.
I've got to win
Well, that
$7,000 to buy to buy the good copy and the bike.
Extra bike. And then I guess I will fuck the tortoise, I guess. I don't know, man. I like cats a lot. Not enough to fuck one. But I don't like tigers. I don't know, man. I'm killing the tortoise. I've owned like box turtles before, and like those motherfuckers like don't have that much personality. I
Yeah.
mean, they kind of do, but they also like a cat has like way more personality than a turtle does. So I'll fuck the tiger, marry the chicken, kill the tortoise.
I'm gonna kill the chicken, fuck the
Fry
tortoise,
'em up.
and marrying the tiger. So even though the tiger doesn't respect me, I'm sure it'll still let me. If it's not gonna hurt me, it'll still let me pet it and stuff. And I got cats that don't respect me, but they let me
Tsundere
pet 'em.
tiger.
Yeah, I mean, my cats don't respect me. They could give a fuck whether I live or die, but they do like they do let me pet them. They like me. They just don't respect me. Just fine, because I only keep them around because
To pet them.
to pet them and stuff. So yeah, I'll go with a giant cat that I know won't hurt me any day of the week.
All right.
Right on.
We all had different answers.
Yeah, for like all those.
For
Yeah.
twice, two of them at least.
Most divisive fuck Mary kills to date, Ross. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks, Ross.
So we good?
I think
Let
that
it
we're
roll
good.
on.
Be good.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, not SoundCloud, Spotify, Audible, Google Play, all over the place. Just type in TADPOG. Now we got a whole lot of stuff to roll through, but always, most importantly, we got that Patreon.
We sure do. If you want to go to patreon.com/tadpog or pisstasters.com and you want to donate to the show, like so many fine, wonderful, generous people do,
Yeah, amazing uptick. In
please do. And we'd be more than happy to take your money, but we will also be very grateful. We do have a list of executive producers. These are the fine folks that donate $20 or more per month to the cause. I'm going to read that list right now. Starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Landon Dahl, congratulations on your marriage, Pinball Archmates, Chris Edler, we're sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, Drink Smith Joey Webster, Dig Dougie, and Derek Pope. I almost did it again. Read his name wrong. I can't get this guy's name right, or I'm leaving it off the list. Derek, my man.
Derek Pope Sandwich.
I'm sorry, Derek Pope Sandwich. Well, I promise you I will get this right. The list keeps changing because we have such generous people, and I'm not used to reading some of these names. Derek Pope Sandwich. Thank you. We got a couple of new donors. Jay McPherson and Derek Ernevine. I'm going to say Ernevine. It looks very German. Thanks so much for your donation. It's always wonderful to welcome new Patreon donors.
Very much.
Yes, thank you.
And of course, as always, thanks to Backlog Banisher Dame for taking this personal time to put our show up on the YouTube, and to the community in general, joining us on Discord, donating money, talking to us, hanging out, makes me feel important and special. So thanks a lot, guys. We love it. Tell everybody about the show. We want to share our message of whatever we do with everybody.
And since we're
Good
thinking,
cheer.
since we're thanking people, and you brought up Discord, I know I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but I want to thank GameBug Prime Nathan Eaton because like he put together like the Game Buds on the TADPOG Discord server like years ago, and like those guys still meet up on our server every Thursday and play a game. And it's on the top of my mind right now because I saw that like Bubba Drewski like ordered a shirt from like one of their Jackbox games from one of the Game Buds nights, and it's like that kind of shit. Like that's cool, man. That like some people like in the community like got together and played a game, and then like they do it every week, and like I don't know, man. It's awesome. So Nate put that all together, and man, I think that's awesome. So just thank you, Nate.
Speaking of shirts, we didn't bring this up at the beginning of the show like we had been planning on doing, so I'm probably just going to run the short, the commercial in front of it. But we are going to be we've got a design finalized by bossbattles.gg.
It looks great.
The shirt is cool.
It looks awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool.
I've been showing it to strangers.
I've been in the stream periodically just showing it.
Yeah.
Changing my screen.
Good. Yeah, everyone needs to see this. I mean, it's really good.
I don't doubt that we're going to have bites on this. I think people are going to want to buy it. It's just a great looking shirt. If you want to see the design, maybe throw it up on the
Yeah, I'll put in the show notes.
Yep. And also it'll be out there on the Discord if you want to take a look at that design so you get to see what you're buying before you pay for it. But thanks for everything, everybody. What else we got?
Our theme song is moved. I was thinking more drive into that track from the show notes at TADPOG.com. How you guys want to close it out?
As a few very tired boys.
All right.
That'll be easy.
Yes,
So
it will.
until next time, Tropical Capricorn.
I don't really have to.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't say
we
this
don't.
kind of shit. Like,
We're different.
Anywhere else.
We're different outside of here because you have to be,
Right.
and that's social. That's society. I mean, that's not even like I'm not even trying to say some shit like that's society telling you what to do, man. It's not
Wake
like
up,
that.
sheeple.
Yeah, wake up, sheeple. It's not that. It's that there is a certain expectation of how you're supposed to behave in society. Yeah. And I do that because I'm human and I don't
And you
want
need to
cause
survive.
trouble and I need to survive.
Sure.
And I got people that count on me. So, you know, I don't know if you should do that. Maybe just take it at its word. Yes, I'm wobbly.